Yes, there's a lot of fan noise, but it's the fucking hottest night of the year so far. So fuck it. There has to be fan noise or everything will cook right now. Anyway, it's time for part two of potentially more parts of Simon's, well, correction, of the Saltmarsh side story. Simon's Simple Survivor Seminar for Sailors. Last time...
We're adding to the name now?
Hmm?
Adding more alliteration to the name now?
No, that is the full title on the stream.
Oh, jeez.
Same as last time. I just gave you a shortened version for simple volume choosing phrase. Anyway, last time the party met. They were all Saltmarsh sailors, or possibly just inhabitants of the town. We haven't really discussed all that there. Or we may have just been drinking buddies at the orchard where Simon hangs out. They decided they wanted to be able to do more than just sail and get killed like red shirts. So, Simon is taking them on a course. He is a noted hero of the town, celebrated, folkloric, also owner of 2 massive ships in the harbour, partner to a large bottom half-elf girl, and also the owner of Ulber, everyone's favourite owlbear. Not like Pufflesworth, he's a shit. But yes, last time they learned about ambushes and what not to do, which is exactly what they did. They also dealt with some more bullywugs in a canyon, well, more of a defile. But they're currently still in at the moment, with a couple of very large, unusual snakes and some brightly coloured frogs alongside the bullywugs, who are not standard. Along the way, they have learned important things, like not running ahead. Hopefully that lesson has been learned properly.
Next time I'm going to run behind everybody.
Mm-hmm. And so we pick up the scene. It's after a fight in the canyon, and I might as well drag the tokens back down. Not actually all that essential to this, but fuck it. There are still many corpses littering the ground. There's a bit of an echo to it, and you can see that the defile is already starting to rise back up to the surface. And you know, and if you don't remember, you are going this way because Simon has heard rumors about a ship that has crash-landed, and he's taking you all to inspect it as part of the course.
The canyon continued up or north or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, you guys have been going down for a while, so it's just a lot of vertical sheets of rock on both sides, which is a bit odd for Saltmarsh, because it's pretty much all towing the water level. It's all very water-filled land, but this is quite dry. But you can see far ahead the direction the bullywugs are going, but it's starting to rise up again, steadily. Meanwhile, as you look back, you can see that Simon is feeding one of the jaculi, the large snakes, into the bag of holding he has.
Is it rising like sort of like as if it was tide, or is it filling like a tub?
No, it's just it's just an incline of earth.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's not staying at this depth the whole time. So yes, these will be good for Stinkwoman. So, lessons have been learned. Any questions currently about course?
Nope.
There should be. Look at that one, brightly coloured frog. Where is that from? That is not from Saltmarsh. These snakes, these are not of Saltmarsh. These are questions you should be asking. What are these? Why are they doing here? We know they can be killed, so most important question has been answered.
Do you know where they come from?
No idea.
Then why should I ask a question?
So I know that you are thinking, unlike that, as he points to the mudman.
He crosses his arms.
Your filthmonger charges ahead. You were completely without party. You were completely alone. And then you got stabbed by shitty idiot frogmen. You know who died to bullywugs? anyone who can die because of a spear, because spears are deadly no matter who hands. But you should not get into a situation where you're surrounded by bullywugs. They are useless, ugly idiots. If I am bored, I take bullywug job. Because it will always be easy, for they are stupid. They are useless, they are weak. Goblins have challenge. Not much, for they are also ugly and stupid and meager and feeble. They are bottom of food chain, but even further bottom are bullywugs. And you fell down because of them. Even though you are a big man, presumably. His token makes him look like a midget.
Well, he's 5'6".
You are a medium man. Almost below average, to be perfectly honest. I have seen dwarves near your height. But you have big axe. You go and you charge off into battle. And then you get fucking knocked out by bullywugs or spears.
Yeah.
Does anyone else in party have problem with this? Fuzzface? Flufftail? Muggy? Hornboy?
Which part? The fact he ran ahead and fell down, or...
There's a part to be mad at, yes. Other part? Many parts. There are things you must question. You must work together as team, as crew. This means when there is idiot, all of you are slightly like idiot.
Is being an idiot contagious then?
Yes.
Oh.
Because he will do something, he will fall down. For he charged ahead. What does that mean? That means the rest of you have to then move ahead quickly to keep him alive. That means all of you are doing something idiot in order to keep idiot alive. If he was not stupid, you would all be working together in a nice unified group.
I start looking through my stuff to see if I can make a mask.
It is true, you are only as strong as your weakest link.
What do sausages have to do with this?
No, it's like a chain. If one of the links in a chain is weak, you can just pull it apart.
Yes, there we go. He's
That's
broken link. What are you looking for, Catman?
You said it might be contagious. I don't want to catch it.
Simon closes his eyes. You see the nostrils flare for a moment as he rises up, taking a deep breath. The simplest solution is to not be dumb and to stop others around you, ones you work with, ones you are close-knit with, bonded. You stop them from being idiots, you will not have to be idiot. Now, he is still filthmonger smeared with mud and shit. So, you cannot fix everything. But to let him know that you do not just run into battle by himself with no help against unknown foes waiting in ambush. That is start of removing idiocy from group. You see where I am coming from here, because I am making it very easy to understand.
Alright, I've got a bit of a question then.
Yes, Hornboy.
Wouldn't it just be easier to not fire him?
Sometimes you do not always get to enjoy choosing your people you work with. As you can see, he's kind of having a flashback. Sometimes you must just put up with people who are offering the job initially and then decide they want to travel with you. But there is good in some of them. Him, maybe not so much. Besides, do not worry, he is going to fail class.
Oh.
Unless you can impress me.
I flex.
So?
I flex my legs.
Mm-hmm.
I.
You are still failing class right now.
Ah.
Your grade has not gone up or down. It cannot go further down right now. Alright, let us keep moving onwards. I am going to let you lot all lead ahead. I will be hanging back, because this is your class, you have to learn. I will be here to supervise and look after, which apparently is very necessary. But you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Let us see here. Fuzzface Hornboy, you go ahead. You'll be first.
Oh,
I don't know that that's a good idea.
I do.
let's go then.
Oh lord.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Nice.
Mushi goes in front.
Gonna look at Simon. Slowly make my way.
Which direction are we going in?
Well, it doesn't matter, like, this is just a battle map here.
Okay.
But sure, we can get your marching order showed up here. So I got these two in front. Any further sneakings?
Yeah,
I guess I'll
might as
try
well.
that stuff.
Oh, you might-
I will follow at a short distance to
There we go.
attack if I have to, if they get
And
attacked.
more importantly,
Yeah.
I'm as good at this as Mud Boy.
there we go.
I'd hope you blend in.
Perfect. The best part is even a nat 20.
You hit 100? Oh gosh.
Now let's see here for Olber, wipe him as well. Still does better than the Mudman.
The mud doesn't apparently help blend in that much.
Although really, like stealth, not all that applicable right now as you're in a straight line. Well, you know, it veers side to side, but it is one path, Vistafile. And as you keep going, heading along, it starts to rise up a little bit. You start to hear now, reverberating along the walls, the sounds of coast, of water moving. You hear a rustling. Far off still. It just seems to be from wind. The wishing itself starts to beat against your eardrums. There starts to be a bit of a chill in the air. You know, a little bit refreshing. There's also easily perceivable by the rest of you, salt in the air. And as you continue up, you rise into an area with many trees. Although still a bit squat and scrubby, but more importantly, you come to, it looks like a bit of a sort of, what do you call it, a lagoon, a sort of alcove of ocean water. You can also see a ship. Slightly smashed up, but rooted to the spot now. Some very idle waves licking against it.
How long does this look like the ship has been here?
Give me a nature roll. You're looking at damage to the wood and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It looks old, but the damage to it looks semi-recent. You're not sure how to place it, but it's a very old-looking boat, and the cracks in it don't look as old.
Simon, do we know what kind of vessel this was?
A ship.
I mean, like military, tradetary.
Floating.
Yeah, okay.
Mm,
Is there any discerning marks like a flag or a crest?
all the rope work, all the rigging, the flags, anything that looks pretty soft seems to have been long rotted.
Mm.
However, as you get a little bit closer, it does feel very cold here. Properly chilly.
Like supernaturally cold or naturally cold?
It's hard to tell. Because you're also, you know, in a lagoon with a lot of ocean water smashing around. And the wind buffeting against you, because it's kind of trapped here.
But for the time of year, is it
It's pretty cold, yeah, for
Uh,
time of year.
okay?
Hmm.
Is this the ship that we're looking for?
The ship, probably. I will I will wait in bush. Olber will continue to look after you.
Are there any like wood boards or something that we could use to get across the gap?
Oh, here we go again.
I will look for trees.
But only ones you can rip out by hand, right?
All ones
I
specific.
have an axe this time.
Oh
There
no,
it-
I have.
Yep, there is no boarding ramp or anything visible.
Okay.
Bet you we could jump that.
Some of us can. Not all of us, though. It's a pretty significant gap.
Oh, up here, it's only about 10 feet.
Yes.
It's a 15-foot drop.
Okay.
Oh, so it's 15 feet below.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can make that pretty easy. It's just more of a bracing yourself before you land would be the
Get
biggest. Yeah.
I only have 16 health left. Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I was down, so that's pretty good.
Probably should have taken a short rest, and you should have spoke up about it.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
These are the lessons that
I
sailors
did
should
bring
know.
rope, actually.
Yeah, some of you should have rope.
Uh,
I got 50 feet
I
of rope.
do.
Yeah. And,
Mhm.
and pitons and shit.
Yeah, we can just like tie a rock around and throw it onto the ditch.
Alright, first thing I'm noticing, you're all talking about how to get down. Is anyone really looking at the boat?
Peer over the edge of the boat. Is there any evidence of anybody having been here or anything having been here?
That
on
is something to look for.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, I
roll
see.
me perception for now.
Alright. Jeez. 9 seems to be my number today.
Are there any portholes? Oh no, it's a.
Yeah, it's too
Below
far
is
down
fine.
to see that sort of thing.
What about this crate? Or not crate, crates down over here. Can we see down through that?
From the angle, you can only really see, sort of what's back here, which goes quickly into darkness. So you can see a couple of crates.
But
One
there's
thing
no,
you do notice.
no movement.
No movement. One thing you guys do see is the wheel here is lashed with chain. Like it's got several large chains hanging from it, not tied up in them.
Are the chains keeping it in place?
No. They are hanging from the wheel, but they are not attached to anything. Well, at least not that you can see. Because this, headboard here and all that there.
Is the tide coming in or going out?
Tide is actually pretty still here.
Hmm.
But if you voice their concern, it will be... sun will be more to right, and then tide will start to be moving.
Hmm.
Is there a feeling of spookiness about the ship? I have no idea.
It depends what you're
other
afraid
word
of.
to use.
Like a goose.
Does it seem like supernaturally weird?
The ship seems very old to have only recently washed up.
Uh-huh.
Also, it has
And
a lot
it's
of
cold.
patterns and markings on it, and you can see some lettering. None of it you guys recognize. Although, you know what? I'll give the Tabaxi a roll. Give me a history check, the two of you.
Not my strong point, but okay.
There you go.
Not bad. The two of you both have a feeling you've seen patterns like this before. It's not quite what you're used to. And you're not even sure you've seen it firsthand. It might have just been like a friend of a friend who had a thing he stole once. But there's a feeling that this is not from the region of Saltmarsh. This is not along the coast.
I'm gonna try something.
Primeval awareness. What are you detecting?
Shoot. Let's go for. Uh, let's go for undead.
Also, does this not have to be your favorite enemy? Weird.
Yes.
Oh, this is the old version as well. I thought you were using revised.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the old
just
one.
Pulled it off of D&D Beyond.
Yeah, because revised, they don't expend a spell slot, but it's just their favorite enemy. Which makes it far more useful, but also really fucking irritating for a DM. Because look at what
Yeah.
it says there. You have to list out all of the possible encounters in a mile of the party. Or up to 6 miles in your favorite terrain. Like, that's fucking evil. And the revised one can just do it all he wants. It just takes a minute.
I'll leave it up to you. Do you want me to use this one or the new one?
I'll let you use the other one, but I'm going to keep it purposely vague, otherwise it takes all the fun out of this shit.
That's fine.
Because the revised one also lists out the number and types.
Yes.
You have to come up with the specific battle groups in a fucking mile radius. And they know exactly where they are. Like, really powerful for a player, fucking nightmare for a DM. So what you get is, yes, there is a lot of a nimbus of undead around this place. Specifically, all on the boat.
Okay, then.
You're not detecting it in the trees around you or any of the surroundings. It's all on the boat. There is a light to medium undead presence. Numerous.
What if we try throwing something in the boat first and see if it reacts?
But I'm also not going to give you the
The
exact
boat's
location of it
reacts
because
to
that's
anything.
bullshit as well. This is why Simon doesn't actually use that ability. Because his favorite enemy are humanoids. So Snook would have to tell me where every single humanoid and their type are in a mile radius.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can do that right off the cuff without preparation.
Without cost. Anyway, back to the scene. So yes, you do sense there is undead infusing this whole ship.
I will turn to the party with a weird, spooked look on my face and say, I feel dead people.
That is
Oh,
necrophilia,
God.
it is crime in town.
Did you ask first?
I mean, there is the spell Speak with Dead, you could. Well, there's an NPC to work out, the consenting necrophiliac.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
has to be a wizard.
there's that scene in Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Stop.
everyone knows that scene. I don't know why that existed, why that stayed in that film.
Didn't McDonald's sell a toy of it?
Yes,
That's
they
it.
did sell a toy of the blowjob ghost scene.
Yep. I will use my rope to climb down just right here.
Oh, okay.
As he's watching you do this, maybe inform group, everyone get involved. I see Fuzzface
Well,
not doing
I'll-
anything there.
I'll leave my rope there for anyone else to come down.
I'll line up and...
You'll have to. Or you're just going to be free falling with a rope in your hand. Some part of a rope has to remain there.
No, I mean, like, I'm not gonna untie it.
Alright,
When
the
I get
moment...
there.
Again,
You
yeah.
have to climb up to untie it, though.
The moment you land on it, though, you feel fucking frozen for a moment. Like, your paws go numb. And the floor underneath
Like
you just...
the cold,
Yeah.
cold of the ship.
Yeah, it feels icy cold. And also, there's a horrible creak on you putting... Like, you land softly, like a cat would. But any amount of your weight put on it just creaks throughout the whole surface of the boat. You can see bits of frost and all coming loose. And then, at the head of the boat, appears a figure. At first you only see a faint glow of a lantern that's kind of, just put off by the fact it's daytime. But then the rest of the figure behind it starts to come into appearance of a ghostly figure that just stands there. No face, just a darkness and a shroud, but it is definitely looking at you.
And there's no like discernible shape. Like I can't tell what kind of.
It's a
what race it
humanoid
was.
figure, but it's just all cloak.
How long of a walk was it from our last location to here?
Probably talking about 20, 30 minutes.
So Armor of Agathis would still be up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that much longer of a walk. It points... The figure slowly raises its finger, Jinny Yao. Points at you. Charisma save, as the lantern gives off a bright flash.
Oh no.
Huh?
Huh.
You feel for a moment like you're being pulled along, and then you just sort of just stagger an extra step forward before just sort of reasserting yourself.
One step forward. Like that, or in
Well,
in
not
place
even,
just-
not mechanically, like... You don't move forward, like, in battle map terms. But you feel yourself as if you were being drawn in for a moment towards the Spectre.
Anybody talk to ghosts?
Definitely
I don't
not.
think they want to talk to us if they did what they did.
You're doing fine, I assume.
Okay. Well,
Do you know what's happening?
Do not suck face with ghost. That is first important rule I will give.
Darn.
Mushi will also go down the rope. Oop. I'm gonna go with him, guys. I don't think he should be alone.
Agreed.
Good plan.
Again, with you, you feel the chill just rising up through your boots. Right up into the knees.
That's
Eh.
not a very far distance.
And then it points to you. And a charisma save from you.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
There is a moment where Mushi is there, and then they're just not.
Oh no!
Mushi!
Yeah.
You look around the world you're in now. You're no longer on the boat. You are in a very small, little picturesque winter plain. There's a few trees scattered about, and the sun's reflecting off the wall in the distance. Then you look around, you take in the huge robed spectre. You're inside the lantern,
Huh.
Whoa.
and you count as banished.
Okay.
Did Mushi just disappear, or like did it look like Mushi got sucked into the lantern?
It
If
just
that makes
looked...
sense.
There was a flash, and then Mushi just isn't there now. There's just the scuff prints of their boots. And then
Well-
the spectre starts to float.
Oh, I don't want to go down there anymore.
You have to. You're the barbarian.
It doesn't look at any of you as it just starts to descend down into the hold.
Yeah, I'll start climbing down the rope, I guess.
Yep.
I am going to give suggestion, maybe do something. This is point where things have happened. And it's
I have a little
down
work
the
to
stick.
do here first.
Hmm?
I'm telling Ezio there.
Ah.
So then I secure another rope because crabs need to scuttle.
Yep. I mean, you could always just jump on your backpack and cling on.
It's a
Basically, be the back-
medium-sized beast.
Yeah, but he could basically be the backpack. You're
that
just
is
covered
true.
in these horribly spiky legs wrapped around you.
Before, can we see? Is it stairs just right after this?
Yep, stairs leading down into the hold. You can see the figure sort of around here, but it's starting to turn
Really?
left.
Quick, I'm gonna look down this grate. Can I see anything?
Oh, I should.
Yeah, you can see an empty hold. It'll actually be... Just reveal it. It's over here. And I'll make this visible now. There we go. You can see that the ghost is heading further into the ship.
Yeah, I want to sprint up and check the chains on the on the wheel.
Mushi, doesn't feel nice being in here. Especially when you start to take in the fact that the trees look to be fake. The ground, however, is real, but it also is not dirt. It's very pale.
Does it look like ash?
Sort of. So let's just poke a little bit of grind here. Now, we'll not start things immediately, but Mushi will be down here.
Okay.
And Mushi, you start to see movement in the ground around you. Very pale ground. You see bony hands start to emerge.
I'm gonna try to put as much space between myself and those bony hands.
You start to run. Okay. Vernon, you start to step up onto the deck. You hear as you walk across this patch, really heavy movement. You hear chains being pulled taut. You hear wood starting to break and creak.
Oh, I'm gonna turn around and walk back immediately where I came from.
Did I hear it from there or no?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
you-
gonna wave you
From
over.
where I am?
Yeah, Ginny, give me a deck save. Ooh. Ginny Yao, something huge and rotten grabs your leg, but the whole hand takes up from foot to knee, and you are pulled under. So hang on a second, let's just take a little moment here. So that's about the right place. Just need to grab the token as well. Then we'll reveal what you just stepped into by standing near a hole.
Am I away from the hole?
Here we go, and reveal area, because he now gets to see the whole thing since it's, yeah. Did Tabaxi have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, then
Yes.
yeah, you see all this.
Oh no!
Yeah. Ginny,
Oh,
you've been pulled
no!
down by a
No!
four-armed, rotted gorilla type
I
creature.
hate this.
Oh shit!
It's worse too because this one's also revealed now. There's a second in the hold.
It's a
I
mummy
hate-
monkey.
Hate this.
Ah.
I
That
have PTSD from this monster.
the North one is still kind of held by chains, but you can see this one has been held by chains, but it has broken the fucking moorings off. And that's gonna be initiative, I feel.
A good thing I'm going down the stairs already.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry about that.
Okay,
I'll add you. Don't worry.
there's me with my garbage roll.
Whoop.
This
Here
is
comes
looking very
the
bad
pet,
for everyone in the
the
party
good
right now.
roll. Oh, fuck. I forgot to click him.
I'll add him for you.
Thank you. He gets a 19, of course he does.
He's a quick crab.
No, it just always seems that way. It's like, oh, you're playing a class with a battle companion that also has its own stuff. It's going to roll perfectly. You're
Mhm.
going to roll shit.
Yep.
That's why eventually Olber's going to wear a leather jacket.
Also, oh yeah, we do have Mushy as well, so let's see. Azure Mushy, yep. Now I just need to add on the monsters just so we know. Fortunately, these guys actually do have a bit of dex on them, so they were not low in the numbers. And also the ghost, which did roll like shit, being it's dead and didn't really put the effort in. I'd be able to enter this in if it didn't start jumping around. There we go. Okay, top of round, Ginny, you're shocked, but it's also a surprise round, so that's you, but hey, you've got your reaction now.
Okay.
First Mate Scuttles, likewise. Now it's the turn of the monster that actually got a surprise. It's got 4 arms, Ginny.
It only gets 3 attacks.
No.
It grabbed with 1. Is it releasing with 1?
It just pulled him down. It's not got him grappled. Also, its first attack gets advantage. I assume that's a miss.
14 hits.
Oh no!
What?
Yeah.
You're a ranger.
He went with leather armor.
Do you not have a shield?
Nope.
Oh, you're
Oh,
fucked.
Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5. They get 5 attacks, by the way.
Yeah, he's down.
Hang on, we have to see the damage.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, not too bad.
As it just lays into you with all.
23.
Yeah.
23.
As it just starts laying into you, Ginny, with all 4 arms. It makes this hollow, slightly dry, kind of warbling yell. It's meant to be an impressive roar, but most of it's just rotted away. Instead, you just get flecks coming out from a hole in its neck. As it just lays into you. How are you looking?
Got 10 health.
wow.
Also, this one does not break free of its chains. Azure. Actually, we kind of have... We go round, don't we? I'm trying to remember how surprise rounds work properly.
I think I'm.
I think after the surprise...
Still surprised, am I not?
Yeah, I usually rule it as after the monster that's surprised, everyone just gets to go.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, we just heard him beat the shit out of him.
Plus, you know,
Jeez, no.
he's fucking dead otherwise. So all the troubles happened here. Gonna point that out.
Yeah, I think how far is the drop down?
Look, I mean, it's a boat, so you guys would think probably maybe like 5, 10
10.
feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't be a huge drop, because, hey, it's just into the hold. But, I mean, this one is pretty deep, considering you can have gorillans. Zombie gorillans.
Fuck. I don't know which poor soul to go after.
You can stay in the middle of the boat. And back up.
I'm gonna head down towards the.
Well, I mean, let's think about this. Ginny, when you were grabbed all of a sudden in a surprising attack, did you make any kind of utterance or yell or curse, or did you just meow really loudly?
I yelled, fuck.
There we go. So there's a good indication that he is in trouble, but you also know Mushi is in somewhere else, a ghost in it.
You can likely snipe from the top floor.
I probably can, but I also don't want to grab. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna run here
Distracted. I got this.
for my 30 feet, and whenever I get here, I'm going to cast. I'm just. Fuck, I don't want to hit him. So.
And mechanically, like, the pull down of Ginny was just like a story action, like you guys using athletics and all that there. It didn't factor into the combat mechanics.
Oh, okay, thank God. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost down at it.
Okay,
Hope to fuck it up, something.
that's a hit.
Nice.
8 cold damage. It, you know, you frost it, then you think about how cold all the ship is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it hurt. I'm sure it took effect.
Oh God.
Anything else?
Fuck. I'm almost all ice damage. Fuck.
No. You're
good.
pretty sure it worked. It's just you're kind of wondering how much did this really hurt if it's been sitting in the fucking frost-strewn spooky ship for so long. But no, it definitely worked. It worked. Sure. Anything else from you? Or your turn over?
Nope. That's the turn.
Mushy?
I had 14 also.
Oh, did you? Oh, you did.
Yeah, just roll past
Oh
me.
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Vernon.
No problem. If I go to the edge of the hole, could I still see the gorilla? Like, could I potentially just jump onto it from up here?
Yeah.
I want to jump onto it from up here.
All right.
I'll beat the shit out of it.
Athletics.
Piggyback.
All right.
Attacking from above. The barbarian move.
Ugh.
Well, hang on.
Can I move over to the other? Yeah, no.
Yeah, you touch wood.
All right.
It's a little bit of a scuff, but it's not bad enough. You're just, knee almost touches, but you manage to straighten up. It's just there's a little bit of a spike of pain in the feet.
Ow.
Yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, you only take 1 damage.
Ooh, this is a big percentage of my health right now.
He's so fucking dead.
Oh my
So was that my
No,
attack
it's not your
action?
action.
Okay. Then, I think my wise thing to do here is I'm gonna rage. That's my last one. And I'm just gonna try to beat the shit out of it and try to get him to stop attacking my buddy.
Are you going to swing recklessly?
No, in case the other one gets loose.
All right. That's a hit. Easily.
Ah,
These things have worse AC than Ginny.
damn.
Although, as you smash it with your huge lumpen hammer, you notice the necrotic not doing a hell of a lot to a zombie.
Yeah. It's just extra anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Actually, hang on. Let me. No, it's mistaken. The necrotic does work.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Just had to double check there. It's only poison that they're immune to.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, now we get Mushi. Mushi, there's a lot of skeletons starting to emerge around you as you run away. But everywhere you run to, more skeletons emerge. They're slow, though.
Yep.
But they're also armed.
Yep.
And they have a lot of very sort of motley accoutrements of armor and weapons.
Yep.
Not all look human.
Okay. Can I see like the edges, like the box that I'm in?
You're like dead center. And as you're running,
How?
you're realizing it might be like a mile away.
Okay. Well. Hmm.
Or maybe not. It's hard to tell with perception in this weird place. This is like a little demi-plane of hell.
I'm just gonna try to run towards an edge.
Gonna dash.
Are there any that look like they're gonna attack me right away?
Oh yeah. These all seem to be... As they're clawing out, they're doing it well in the direction of you.
Okay, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll dash.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the ghost turn. It's just gonna float on past the gorilla as it makes its way along the ship. Rainy.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head down the stairs first and foremost.
Okay.
So, how much movement is that to move from...
I mean, it's strictly 1-to-1 on the map here, so... You know, like... I mean, you're basically here on this side now.
Okay.
Without having moved.
Come here, crab. Ah, fuck.
He gets his own turn.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
if I'm there, then
Yeah.
is he in the same? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Here, and I can see the ghost.
I can also get rid of that bit. Mish, you can see the ghost.
Now, Nah, I should just take a shot at the ghost. Otherwise, I'd need to do a previous perception to see actually what caused the flash, and then that would be to aim at the lantern. So, first things first.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to see that is a source of light. It wouldn't be a big jump of logic to think, that caused it.
But can I aim specifically for the lantern?
You can.
Huh. Then I'm going to Hunter's Mark and certainly do that.
You cannot Hunter's Mark the lantern. It has to be a creature.
Okay, well...
Yeah. Just pointing that bit out.
Then I'm just gonna shoot for the lantern.
That is a clear and definite hit. And as the arrow smacks into it, there is a huge crack and... Mushi?
Yeah?
It feels like you're now in the middle of a hurricane as air comes whooshing out from the lantern.
Ah!
You're also standing on very, broken apart dirt. Give me an athletics. As you try to plant your feet.
Nice.
You, like any proper dwarf, dislocate your jaw and expand it like in the
Stab
Artist
Corbin
Foul clip, because that's fucking horrific. But you plant your feet and manage to not get dragged along. Some of the skeletons are starting to get pulled out, though. But this could be dangerous. However, big gash in the lantern right now. The spook seems annoyed.
That's it for my turn.
No further movement?
Nope.
Any bonus action you want to use?
I guess I can Hunter's Mark the Spook if it's looking to get fancy. That'll be it.
Okay. So you're gonna Hunter's Mark the ghost.
Yes.
Okay. Ginny!
First of all, I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself. Not that great, but oh well.
It might not matter.
Take care of that health.
On the bright side, you're not his current focus of attention right now.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage and head over here.
Cure Wounds was your action, man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure that.
If you'd stuck as a rogue, you could have done it.
I don't think I have anything else as a bonus I can do then. No, that's all. I'm just gonna stay here to
Okay.
help out Vernon.
First mate Scuttles.
Alright.
It's time for the crab with a plan.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's also
Crab gun.
a FUD on the deck as Ulber swan dives onto the ship.
Hmm. Hmm.
I just think of Mr. Scuttle as a yoked out Sebastian from the Little Mermaid.
Hmm.
You going in for it or not?
Probably not. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Alrighty. Gonna use the rest of his movement, or is that it?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, don't forget, you could stand here and then move here. Stay out of range.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time for the zombie gorillans now. First off, the one covered in chains does break free.
Uh-oh.
That's the end of his turn, though. But yeah, you hear a horrendous tearing of wood and metal as it pulls its forearms free. This one, however,
Is free.
and it didn't like getting hit.
Yeah, well, I'm not about to either.
1, 2, 3. Let's take a look here. So, 5 damage total there. So you're still up.
Yep.
4 misses. And the bite.
That's gonna hurt.
4 damage.
This fix house all I need.
As, yeah, Ginny, you get to see what it did to you originally. Vernon.
Now I hit back. Definitely not recklessly, because that bitch has 5 attacks. It's just so I can... Oh, fuck, I should have moved to get... it doesn't matter.
If you want, you can move to get flanking anyway.
Yeah, I'll just make...
20 damage. Really fucking good.
Yeah.
You carve off a huge chunk of its torso, and it is thoroughly damaged. You can tell there's not much keeping this great ape alive.
Oh, not much me either.
True. The problem is, though, there's more sounds now in the hold. There's a rattling and a creaking and a splashing. Bony hands emerge in the gaps of the deck.
Shit.
2 skeletons start to pull themselves out. They're not in the ground yet. And also, a couple of arrows come sailing at you, Mushy.
Mm-hmm.
Although we're disadvantaged because of a horrendous wind. Thanks to the cracks. Let's see. Skeleton, short... Fuck's sake. There we go. Okay, not the short sword, but short bow. There we go. Wow, you're lucky there was disadvantage.
Yeah.
2 arrows get loosed, but they just cannot get near you. And then you see the skeletons just pulled away. And, you know, it's very hard to see, Rainy, but you can see little tiny bones coming out of the lantern, like little tiny toys.
Hmm.
Horny boy.
Uh, um, I'm going to.
There a resounding thud beside you as Simon jumps onto the deck.
Just a look of panic.
What
I'm gonna do.
What is problem? Look at problem. Problem is currently friends in danger. Well, crew in danger. What do? You solve problem. You stop enemy. Undead are simple. You cannot bargain. You cannot negotiate. You cannot intimidate. So you kill. What do you have, Magic Man?
Just gonna breathe in and do another ray of frost.
Do you really have nothing better than beginner's spell?
Not that won't hit them. Just gonna shot another.
Ray of Frost is the one that just reduces movement, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, it's the save one that puts disadvantage on. Good. Let's see. I mean, you have got the right idea. You're just not doing enough right now. So, you know what? I help you. I will shoot with bow. What do you know? That's a hit.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Motherfucker.
It's gonna get real bad now. Also, I get Colossus Slayer, so you know, there we go. Perfect.
What is this character sheet?
What is this?
I think it's still up. Shoot it again.
To be fair, though, it had about 4 health.
10d8?
Yeah, it's Colossus Slayer. That's what it is. Like even with the reductions, like just taking the first dice values, yeah, that thing is not making the save. Because that's a total of, let's see here, so yeah, 8 plus 6, another 8, and then 5. It can't make that roll, so it is destroyed. Doesn't get its roll for Undead Fortitude.
Oh,
Oh, it has undead fortitude. Fuck.
It's a zombie. But yeah, Simon's arrow just goes into the head, tears it off, pins it to the wall.
can I hide behind it for cover from the arrows?
I mean, sure, they haven't actually got out and drawn their bows yet,
Okay, good.
but it's dead. There we go. That one you can claim as yours. Good job, horny boy.
I'm gonna look down at the hole, look at Simon, and then back at the hole.
You see his hand come up, and you see it going behind you, but then it's just one pat on the back.
He didn't shove me in.
Nope.
Lucky you.
Mushi.
I
mean,
we're just
funnily
gonna
eno-
keep running towards the crack.
The funny thing is, I think we have the same strength modifier, because Simon doesn't actually have any strength. He's got 12.
Oh yeah, no, you've got 1 point higher than me, but you know, still.
Yep.
Yeah, even though next time he does something to Azure, it's gonna be like plus 50 strength.
What, are you saying I have fudged my dice rolls with Simon? Are you
I
trying to
don't know,
say
why
those
would
are
I
not
say
accurate?
These rolls don't look like bullshit. No.
They're not. They're all properly rolled right in front of you. How much more honest can you get? Bushy, skeletons are starting to clatter towards you. Some are getting pulled away bit by bit, but a few are managing to sort of surround you a bit. But it's like 1 or 2 right now.
We're just gonna keep running towards the crack, see if we can escape.
I mean, if you wanted, you could just sort of, let go. All the wind is pushing you towards the opening. But
I'd
also,
rather be in
it's pushing you
control
at
of the
speed,
situation.
yeah. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics. Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Right, getting some highs and lows here.
Holy shit. Okay, here we go then. Give me a dexterity save.
Oh, it was a higher roll, but not a better result.
Oh boy.
At high speed, Mushi, you are flung from the lantern.
Whoa!
You attain your full size again, no longer being part of this strange little demiplane, but also you go face first into the wall and take 12 bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
You are also now prone.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Ghost turn. It looks at its lantern and starts to draw its finger up along the crack and seals it over again. And then it floats towards Rainy. But that's its turn. Let's see here. Doesn't have this for a bonus, does it? No, it doesn't. So yeah, that's its turn. Rainy.
Okay. Well, I'm obviously going to shoot the ghost.
Good. That's a hit.
Right, turn on my Hunter's Mark damage.
So that's 3 piercing and 2 Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I'll just give it actually a name now. There we go.
Taking 5 damage. Because of course it's a ghost, it's insubstantial, and you're using normal weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something that doesn't really get brought up on the wording. I'm not sure if Hunter's Mark is a spell, so I assume the damage just goes through.
Let's see. Oh, it came up really quick. It is the same damage type as the weapon attack.
But does
It
it
makes
count
it
as
a
magical?
Yes.
There we go, so that goes through then. Okay. Any movement?
Wait. Let's see. Okay, it is subject to resistance.
Oh, okay then, so 1 less damage. Anyway, any movement from you?
Yep, gonna move over to the other side.
Okay. Ginny Yao.
I will head over this side and bonus action blow puff of smoke on my bow. And I will shoot at this skeleton here.
Are you sure you want to shoot at that skeleton?
Can I see it?
Yes, I'm just going to point out there may be a bigger problem in the room right now.
There might be 2 bigger problems in the room right now.
3 if
Kill
we
the
count Amy.
barbarian.
Just going to point that out.
Did I see Rini shoot the lantern?
No, you were occupied at that point, but you can still see the ghosts floating around. But I'm also going to point out this right here, maybe.
Yeah, this big chuffy boy.
This is where a party should communicate.
I haven't technically seen it yet.
Yeah, but you can see it, Ginny Yao. You can see the chains hanging loose from it.
Since I moved over here, I can see it already.
Oh, you could have. You saw whenever you were getting beaten up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fire at that one then.
Ooh, it's a good hit too.
Yeah. Plus psychic damage, it's fun.
No, sorry, it's immune to psychic damage. It's also immune to charm effects. Just because. Anything else from you?
That's it.
No, I'm just digging up an old wound. First mate Scuttles.
Alright. Probably can't do this.
Just gonna tell you, Laura. That gorillan is looking right at Mushy, just because. You're not a bear today.
And I'm gonna give him the crap hammer. Because I think that was 20. No, it wasn't. It was 15. Yeah, it was 15. Can I do it?
You might have the movement to just back up and plan it.
I do. It's just. Let's see, I was here?
Yeah, if you've got the. And just. What goes down here?
Yep, he's got exactly the right movement.
Yeah, there we go.
He backs up, charges forward, and delivers.
There is such a cacophony of stabbing on the ground. It's a serious hit. Roll it.
And he must make a... I think it's using my... Yeah, it's using my spell save DC strength check or be knocked prone.
Don't think it can be knocked prone. It's a ghost that hovers. Let's see.
And the
Yeah, it's
spell's
immune to
strength is
prone.
12. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's, floating. Things that
Right.
hover tend to be immune to prone. So, nice hit. On the other hand, Mushi, you made a loud noise,
Mushi says, "Ow."
and you're prone. Should I really be that big of a dick? I should. This
Up
is
to you.
science class. This is important.
This is a 16 hit.
Yep, easily. You know what, actually? It saw you smash, so it's going to do a couple of strikes there first.
All right.
But it's still going to be moving away, so that still takes effect. 1, 2, 26. That's a nat 20.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So let's see. That'll be 10 on that first hit. And the second one misses. Because we don't count the modifier twice.
Mm.
Alrighty. Now for this. These are all with advantage.
Owie.
But he's
My
only got
body.
3 this time.
Yep. And he's rolling like shit. Come on, bite.
Woo.
The bite hits. 8 damage.
Oof.
Those were free ones. Each one of those 7s is a 1 on the dice. Fucking hell.
Ah.
Vernon.
Fuck, I don't want to be near those fucking skeletons because they can kill me.
A lot in this room can kill you.
Don't forget, though, if you don't take the initiative, you're going to lose your rage, and that's the only thing keeping you alive.
Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna, because like this gap I can definitely jump pretty easily. This is a 5-foot gap right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first thing I want to do is come here. I just want to bash this guy on the head with my maul before I do anything.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Is he? Do I have advantage because is he prone or is he up now?
Yeah, he hasn't clambered up fully yet. I'll say he's prone.
Okay.
Also, there's a big splash. Like a fucking cannonball just dropped into the water. As Olber hits the water. Wow, that consistency.
Yeah,
Jeez.
jeez.
Oh yeah, there's just splintering bones going everywhere as you just smash it, because that's bludgeoning as well.
Yeah.
So that would be... yeah, about 36 damage, and then we take on your necrotic.
And he didn't want to attack.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure that it couldn't kill me. And then do I need to roll anything to hop over this, or can I just
no,
jump up over?
it's just 5 feet, man.
Okay, so then I was...
I am happy to let you guys have mobility if it's just easy.
And I can get to here,
Mm-hmm.
and here I will stay.
Okay. Time for the Bone Brigade. This
Also
one clambers out and draws weapon. This one start to climb out. And
Hi,
then...
Olber.
oh, I'm so glad you hid there. The box you're using for cover, Jinniao, bursts open as a skeleton emerges.
Surprise. skeleton.
Oh,
Another from another box further behind, and then from a wine barrel out crawls another skeleton.
I'm glad I moved.
This one is close enough to actually start attacking. Normal, there we go, not an advantage. And just swings its sword at you. Hey, that's a hit. 7 piercing on the
Oh.
Catman. And then this one's going to take its arrow. Let's see who... okay. The closest decent living thing is Mushy, so it's going to take a shot at him. 17,
Hit.
does that hit?
That hits.
Do you not have a shield?
No, I have a great axe.
Okay, so yeah, you're 1 down. So 5 damage as an arrow just funks into your side. Luckily, it avoids the beard.
That's good.
And the rest just aren't ready for combat yet. Hornboy. Or Azure.
So those guys didn't even move.
Hmm?
Those guys didn't even move. They just bursted out.
Yep.
Okay.
Most of them are still crawling. Like, only the ones on the right, the 2 on the right, are actually in standing fighting condition. The rest are all just sort of still getting out.
Okay. If I... drop down,
Yep.
where do I end up? Would I be like
Basically where the
there,
Ogorillin
or-
is.
Okay.
Do you want help?
Sure.
I see you want to get down, yes?
Yeah,
But you were having issues getting down.
a little.
Do you want help to get down?
Sure.
There we go. It is important to ask. If you cannot do it, get help. Not everyone is self-sufficient and completely an island of skill and talent such as I am. So I will help you this, and it is not bad mark against you. You are now on deck. As he just he just grabs you. Like, sort of from behind, the arms come underneath the armpits and over the chest, and then he just leaps down with you.
And with that, I'm going to just kind of take a few steps around to get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Just around Simon so that hopefully they go for him. Without telling Simon that.
Mm-hmm.
And in this 5-foot radius, I'm going to cast Snowball Swarm.
Okay.
Is-
Snowball Swarm.
Yes.
I like that you're going for an elemental theme with your character, although I'm guessing that's a lot of class choice as well.
Yes. Yes. I had to kind of diversify the elemental nature, because it's not a lot of cold damage
There's
that
really
exists,
not.
but
Okay.
hopefully that'll be fixed with this new book.
So, Skeleton takes the 12 damage. It's almost broken apart. It's just all these fucking snowballs come swarming into it, and you just see chunks going, ribs missing now. One of the femurs is only lashed together by the straps of its rotted armor. I think this thing's the same as well. Wow. Consistency.
Love it.
As the Gorillin fails to dodge as well and takes a buffeting. It's also just now started to get bloodied. Although, it's a rotting corpse, it's hard to tell normally. Any
And
further movement?
I'm going to take another 5 feet to get here, and that's it.
Okay. Mushy, it is time to stand.
Yeah, Mushi's going to stand. He's gonna second wind
Good call. Good call.
for 6. That's not great. Okay. Then Mushi will move forward and attack. Does that hit?
Yeah, that's a hit.
Hits. Okay. For 10.
Ooh, really good.
Then
I mean, really terrible roll, but, double digit damage is always nice. But yeah, you just start carving into him.
I will do menacing attack.
My favorite.
Confused.
On downside, they're immune to being frightened, being mindless zombies, so you just get the extra damage.
That's good.
But that's good, because that's max on the dice. All because of menacing attack, I had to do a bullshit boss battle.
Yeah.
And Mushi will say, I could really appreciate some help with this thing.
No, you have
I'm
got this
hurt-
covered.
I'm
All the rest of
hurting
you, can focus on skeletons.
Ugh.
Do you have problem, Fuzzface?
I feel like I have brushed against death's door.
You do not need poetry. Just say, "I need help."
I just said I needed help.
All right, that one needs help. You can help Fuzzface. It will not go against your score. It will not help your score, but it does not go against it. Anything else?
No, that's everything you can do.
The ghost. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a charisma save, Rainy.
All right.
Wow, identical. Yeah, you feel that sensation of getting pulled towards something, and you stagger a foot forward, but you're fine. Just takes a shake of the head and readjustment of any drapery. That's it for the ghost. Your turn.
Well, I will now give it a return.
Alright, so 4 damage total.
Yep.
Any movement?
To the other side.
Ginny.
I will attack this skeleton here. I will do the dreadful strikes with that.
As you just stab through it, everything just breaks around your blade, but it still manages just to be holding together barely. And I do mean barely.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I
Do you not
will-
have offhand attack?
I only have
Just the
a
one?
short sword with me.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah,
It's so
that's
low
all.
health, I'll let you roll your claws.
Shit, did I even put that?
Did
Yeah,
you not have
okay,
it set up?
fine.
That's a miss.
Wow.
He's trying. He's doing what he can.
Alright, but, that's me.
He's not used to holding swords, so when he had to release his grip, it was weird.
First mate Scuttles.
Well,
What is Scuttles' damage type?
slashing.
Okay.
Like, technically it should be piercing in a grip, but the Beast of the Earth says specifically slashing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like-
Also, I'll be back in 1 second.
Alright. Like, I mean, technically you can go a lot of different ways. You can't go in a straight line.
Whoops. Wrong button. My bad.
It's fine, it's just, it was nice to hear a sound. It's deathly quiet.
What? Someone was complaining about the quiet that wasn't me?
Yeah, it was really quiet. It's just like, oh, it's just said a few things, and all of a sudden it's like everyone's just staring off into space.
I know. I've been your DM for a year and a half, almost 2 years now. Yes, I'm aware of this. Alright, so first mate Scuttles is going to take on the Gorillan.
Well, yeah, Mushi called for help,
Mm-hmm.
but he only does a maul.
You know what? Like, I'm fine with it doing a run-up, for example. It could do, like, this.
Oh,
If it's allowed.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't sure if that was solid or not.
Like, there's no reason it wouldn't, you know?
Yeah.
As long as it's got the movement for it. And a 14 does hit.
Oh, 14 hits?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then I'm just gonna...
They have an AC of 11.
Yeah, just gonna be a lazy person. Just click it again. Yeah. Oh, wow. 16.
Whoa.
16.
that's
Okay.
max damage right there.
and
Let's see here.
DC 12 strength if it's not immune to prone.
Well, more importantly, okay, it survives. You see the balefire almost vanish in its eyes, but it stands. It does not stand, though.
Fire in
It
its
gets
eyes.
hammered to the ground, but it's still wiggling.
Yep. It's not out of the fight yet. And I'm guessing that's it for the crab, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it gets back up again. Oh, also, Olber approaches, and then this skeleton just ceases to be as it's pulled under the water, and Olber vanishing as well. Okay, time for the gorillan. Let's see here. Mushy heard it, but the crab knocked it down, and it doesn't have a real mind to react with, so it's just gonna throw itself around in a frenzy. So first 2 attacks on the crab,
Both hit.
and then this is for the dwarf.
Why?
So that's 18 for the crab.
Yep, the crab is upside down.
Yep.
Spin
Yep.
the crab.
And then we have 11,
Yeah, move she's down.
19.
God.
Oh boy.
And this is being done by a monster that has no HP.
She is down.
Vernon.
I have an excellent medicine skill. Don't you worry.
You know what would have been
Only
really
minus
handy?
one.
If you'd picked radiant damage.
Yeah, yeah.
A zombie doesn't get to do its undead fortitude against a crit or radiant.
Didn't consider the enemy type. I mean, not really. But
No, fair enough.
I'm just gonna try to beat the shit out of it. I wanna knock
That
it
also
into the
works.
water. Yeah. I'll attack recklessly. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. We're gonna, no.
Go for it. What have you got
Why
to lose?
not?
Should have.
Why the fuck not?
I will
Yeah.
let you.
Because if I miss, it's gonna kill me.
I will let you because this is important.
Yeah. Thanks.
It is important.
See, that's a hit. It wasn't a
Yes.
hit before that. Also,
yeah.
Oh,
because of
wow.
that immense damage, it can't make its undead fortitude save, and you kill it.
Exactly.
That's
That is
why
one
sometimes you
off
go
from
recklessly,
being max
motherfucker.
damage.
It has 5 attacks.
Yeah, it had no health.
And now it has no attacks.
Yeah.
It's dead.
As Vernon, you just bring the axe, the maul fucking down. You force its head down along its spine. It starts to break and crackle and fold in on itself.
Good.
Yep. You made it an accordion.
I'm just gonna stay here for now so I can help Mushi next turn.
Mm-hmm. It's time for the Bone Brigade. This one pulls itself out of a box. Staggers up. It swings at Simon, but misses. This-
No rolls, just automatically misses.
It doesn't need to roll. It can't hit him. This one gets up.
I'm
This-
convinced that this is just how Simon tells it to everybody else.
Uh-huh.
Probably.
This one decides to take a shot at. Well, okay, I'll roll it. Fine. There. See, it had no fucking chance. This one draws its bow and arrow and shoots for Hornboy.
Alright. That misses.
Goes wide. And then this one, still clinging on to some life, attacks the cat that clawed it.
Yeah.
For 10 damage.
I'm still up.
Are you?
Wow.
I've got 1.
No, you don't. I'm looking at your token here. That says 10 to me.
Oh no, because I didn't.
Did you add it wrong? Okay.
Yeah, I had it wrong.
That's
My
okay.
character sheet is right. I
Got
had
1
10
HP.
when you hit me with the 23 damage, and then I healed myself and all that bullshit.
Hornboy?
Hornboy is amazed at what he just saw.
This is going
Bullshit.
quite poorly, but this is learning experience for... Why am I saying this? Most of them are unconscious. You solve this,
I'm-
go on. As he just gestures lazily to the Azure.
I am gonna get right here and in this cube just clap the hands and let out a thunder wave.
And what you hear is an enormous fuck and a hissing from Simon. Next time you'll warn a fucker. There is Blue Skill. She is intimidatingly. She tells you if she's going to do it, otherwise you'll go fucking deaf. First skeleton makes it.
Mm-hmm.
Second does not. So let's see here. That is -5 on this one. -10 on this, but more importantly, it is pushed back by 2. Isn't it just 10 feet? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's 10 or 15, I don't remember.
So you just see Simon holding the sides of his head, and then he starts to glower at Azur.
It's like... We go back.
Good idea, but also bad idea.
Oh, fuck. Just back up and get out of Simon's way. That's my turn.
Yep. Simon is going to run over here to just handle some of the problems that are going on right now. There we go. It's a fucking 2 on that dice.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's a skeleton shattered as he just steps on through.
What
I was
makes
gonna do that.
Simon's dex?
The mod's 11, so he has 5 decks. He's maxed, but the mod is 11. So
Yeah, normally he's a +8. And then he's going to fire at the skeleton behind him with his longbow. There we go. 23, that smashes that one. Then he's going to action surge.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he can do that. Why not? No, that's just it. He just takes out one skeleton. But you notice, Azur, he just left you there.
I noticed. I took note of that, thank you.
Yeah. Bonus action. What is Simon's actual wisdom here? Okay, +2. Yeah, I got it right
Wait,
last
which
time.
one did you shoot with the longbow?
He didn't shoot the longbow. I'm just doing that for a laugh.
Oh.
3 health on the crab,
Yay.
as a healing word is just sent to him.
Didn't have to, but it is appreciated.
Yep. Simon also doesn't have healing word.
In this reality, Simon is a ranger and fighter and maybe a little bit of cleric.
No. It's just he's taken time to, think about, I have this class, I need to change up what I'm doing. I'll have a little bit of meditation, change ranger spells around. Because I think ranger can get healing word.
Hmm.
I think.
I don't know.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
pretty sure they can.
Yeah, I'm sure Vez uses it all the time. Or Vex, I mean. Yeah. Any movement, Azur? Anything else?
Nope.
Mushi, death save.
okay.
Success. It's the turn of the ghost, who continues to be annoyed, but it sees much better quarry right now. As it floats its way, I'll just move this corpse out of the way. Floats down here to Vernon. Vernon, give me a charisma save.
Let's see how good I am at real estate. Fuck, not very good.
Fucking gone.
Oh boy.
1 minute there is a Vernon, the next the world is a better place.
Wow.
Well, fuck.
You find yourself standing in a kind of jostled and very artificial looking, slightly plain and forest area.
Oh.
And you hear scratching on the ground beneath you.
Ah,
Rainy.
Alright, as I see the ghost isn't moving back or moving down here.
You did see a
Step out.
flash of light, at least.
Yep.
And you now see that
Stop.
Vernon is no longer here.
True.
You'll see Mushy on the ground.
Ooh. Wait, Mushi's out of it?
Yeah.
She's just taking a nap.
A dirt nap. Aha.
I don't have healing word. can only
Just
cure
double
wounds.
check now. Yep.
So all I must do is shoot the ghost.
That's a clear hit. No problem at all. 5 damage. Not bad.
I really wish it was something more than physical.
Yeah, but that's what you do. That's the problem.
Yep.
That's why you call out to your wizard or sorcerer friend to help you out with the with the ghost. Okay, never mind. Rangers don't get healing word. That's fine.
Yep. We get cure wounds.
But Simon has spent a lot of time with Viscera. And also it's to keep his class alive.
Scale.
What you can't see is that he just keeps on bringing out spell scrolls very secretly. He's paid like 5,000 gold for this class. Any further movement? Anything else from you?
Let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, so I have 3 more. Moving a bit closer. Because it's gonna help Mushi up.
Yes, I do not like these shimmery spectre ones. They are always pain in hole. Sometimes all holes.
Ooh.
Ginny,
I'll attack the skeleton here.
keep in mind your situation. But yeah, you shatter the skeleton as you just swing lazily with your sword and just pulp the skull. It just comes apart in very flimsy, loose fragments, very small bits.
And I will head up here. And I will
Moggy,
turn around
you look like
say-
shit.
to Asher and say, should probably head over here.
No, no. He can hold the line. First mate Scuttles.
Got it. Thanks.
The worst part is, I can't push a ghost.
No. Oh, actually. No, they're immune to being prone, but they can be pushed, I think.
Well, I mean, it's hovering.
Yeah,
But I'd
but...
certainly love to push it just so that old bear can take it.
Yeah, there's nothing that
Here's the
says
thing.
you can push it.
Yeah, can I push it and then can Olber take it out?
Rack it under the
Like,
water.
he's right there! I push it right there, and he's in range.
Just get a big desk fan and blow him out to sea.
If you want to try for it.
Why not? Let's have fun. 11.
Okay.
Well, there's a ghost.
It does resist. Sorry.
Strong ass ghost.
As it just wibbles, and the crab just pushes something that wasn't there, but isn't actually there, and isn't. It's trying to push something that doesn't exist, but it just pushes nothing, which is the same
Oh.
thing as what it is, because it doesn't
Wait,
exist.
did I do that right?
Athletics, is it,
It-
yeah,
It's-
plus
'cause I
4.
remember... No, I remember shoving is weird.
No, it's just
like-
an attack action.
Yeah, but... Should I be using its athletics then? Or should I
Yeah.
be using its...
Pushing is and grappling is always athletics by the instigator. It's dex or athletics for the person who is trying to avoid it.
No, you
Yeah.
actually... Oh, yeah, there's... Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength. Okay.
Yeah, it's always using strength if you're going to grapple or push someone. Because that's the point.
That's Scuttle's turn.
Yep, okay. There is no Gorillan turn, thankfully.
Yay!
However, Olber vanishes beneath the water. Reappears in a splash.
I swear, if you steal my kills, bitch.
And hops up here.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the odds of him hitting? He's normally pretty terrible at it anyway, so he rolled a 33. But his damage is actually normal, I think. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not normal at all.
Plus 8?
Yeah, no, that's not normal.
That's normal. But he just leaps up as a soggy furball in a chainmail vest and just tears the skull free Before
And
using...
somehow everybody knows that underneath that chainmail is a shirt that says "I heart mommy."
No one knows. They'll never know. But he just
The party
bites...
knows.
He just grabs the jaw in his beak, pulls the head off, but the rest of his massive little body just pushes the rest of the skeleton down and breaks it apart. It's basically a butt stomp. Vernon, you're in the
Yes.
land of dust and skeletons. Some of them are
Yes.
starting to dig themselves out around you.
Are there a lot?
Immediately around you, there's 2, but you can see in the distance more and more are starting to pour out. But they're
Any-
slow.
Okay. Well, I'm not as smart as Musha, I think. But I'm gonna just take off, in a direction for now and get away from the big group that I'm, these 2 guys.
Okay,
is
you
scary.
start running.
Yeah.
Skellebone's turn. Let's see now. This one is loping and rattling. There's not a whole lot left of it, so it's just going to charge. It's just come. There's just
Okay.
such a cacophonous rattling as it brings its sword up. 17
Definitely hits.
for 5 damage.
Okay.
Don't you have Armor of Agathis?
I do.
He
So it
does.
takes 10 points of cold damage. Just an explosion back
And
in
as
it.
it strikes you, and it immediately starts to frost up. You see the whole sword start to break apart as the ice gets into all the fissures and cracks. And then the rest is repeated along the entire thing's arm and body, and it just falls apart into a crumbling mess.
See, I told you I could have killed them both.
Azur.
Oh,
Alright.
Those are some good owlbear pictures you found.
Thank you. I really like the first one.
Azur, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Yeah, you can hop across that.
hop over there
Yep.
and get here.
Like once you
Is
get
it
past
dumb?
once you get past 10 feet, then it becomes an issue of if you can make that jump.
And then again, I'm gonna look to Simon and say, cover your ears now, and then go and do this. And again, just boom, another thunder wave.
I don't like where this is going at all.
I'm okay with it. I don't know.
Wait, did you just look back at Simon?
Well, he
Did
yelled
you
it
actually
out.
announce this? Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
He announced it. But he was directing it mainly at Simon, but the rest of you can pick up on it.
That was mostly a, see, I'm doing it, now fuck off kind of a thing. But yeah.
Big roll.
It just fails. So it takes the 13 thunder.
Gets pushed 10 feet away from
Oh no,
the
it gets
downed
pushed to
ally.
oblivion.
Oh!
The lantern, on the other hand, goes fucking sailing.
Oh no!
Vernon, I'm gonna need a dexterity save.
Does danger sense apply to this?
Yes, because you can see what's coming as he does his little incantation.
Oh shit! Oh thank God!
Oh my god!
Wait, is that bludgeoning damage? What does that count as?
It's bludgeoning, so yeah, you take half that. But
And
then you
plus
take
I
half
take
that again.
half- Yeah, so I have
Oh wait,
6 health. I don't know
no.
if I
No, actually.
24.
Previous
That's
round,
just-
previous round, you didn't take damage or deal damage.
Oh, true.
Oh shit.
Oh
Well,
no.
It's
So
still
it's 11.
at least half. Yeah, I'm still down.
But however, the lantern the lantern just sort of spreads itself out for a moment, and then Vernon is lying in a lump. And we are out of
Shit.
combat. Ghost. That was surprise. Big monkeys. Those I've not seen before. Those are interesting. Too big for a bag. Can't take to stink woman. So, how are we all doing? Mushy's still on the ground dying, by the way.
I am going and applying cure wounds to our fallen friends. Last 2 spells.
Jinya's just gonna lay down on this plank, or whatever this is. I'm resting.
Yes, you all look very terrible. There's not a mark on Simon, of course, nor on Olber.
Nor on me.
Yeah, I actually have full HP, but I'm lost 5 temp.
As you lay down,
I see.
Simon just looks around, just reaches down, scratches Jinio behind the ear. You did very good, Muggy.
Jinyao purrs.
Oh, no. I dislike.
As he looks over at Rainy, this is acceptable for your people, yes?
Questionably.
Jinyao will roll over onto his back.
No, that is not.
Yes, even I
just
know he
weird.
took it too far.
No.
I am not that way. I am with a very fat-bottomed half-elf. She is beautiful.
Oh, but also, why?
Very good. You too as well, scuttling thing.
Snip, snip, crab noise. Like, I really can't do a crab gurgle.
Just use the crabby
Does
noise.
the crab make noise?
Yeah, just use the crabby noise from Pokemon.
It's bubbles, right?
What does the crab say?
Crabs actually do make sounds.
They do. They pop bubbles mainly.
Yeah.
How much health does Mushi get? If any.
No, you die.
Jeez.
I mean, he has 2 successes.
By the way, Verdon's still on his back as well, so let's see a death save from Verdon.
Yeah.
Fine.
As
Oh,
I
he's
said,
fine.
I
Mushi's
said
fine.
it.
Stable.
I already said I went around casting Cure Wounds on people.
Okay, let's see it then.
Alright.
Might as well get that numerical value.
No, 3.
There's my...
Free healing, but you
Yeah.
take 1 damage.
Yeah, because I have Hunter's Mark as a little... I push a button and then it
Okay.
just applies it to
Yeah.
everything. Yep, 3 again.
Wow.
Mushi pops up. Where's the enemies?
The world does not
We
want
can
you two alive.
Yeah. It's probably for the best.
Is everything dead?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
but
I'm
not
gonna
you.
sit down.
You were also going to be the dead.
God, why am I not dead?
I told you I've brushed against death's door.
Mm-hmm.
Mushi's gonna get off this plank and onto a
Yeah.
more solid part of the ship and just...
Filthmonger,
Sit.
you are not dead because this lovely cat lady kept you alive. So,
Thank you.
What? yes, you say thank you. You
You're-
are very good.
You're enough.
Mudman, what about you?
Dang. Many thanks.
There we go. Good job there. He looks at Rainy Rose for a moment, just risks it and goes to scratch the ear.
The ear flattens in a confused look, but just a... Yeah, just a confused look.
There you go. Good job, all of you. Then he just walks off. Steps over the Muggy. So, this is all very strange thing. Boat of rotting shit. Symbols not familiar. Animals not familiar. Skeletons familiar. I will say this place came from far away. I would normally have Blue Scale here, or my beautiful woman, also other two. They would be able to say things about history, of place, of origin. Who is big brain among you?
Mm,
Me.
It's definitely me.
I dabble a little in history.
Yeah, I'm really only good at hitting things. And
I'm not-
apparently getting hit.
Oh god.
That is an important job.
I'm just seeing flashbacks of the pit,
Oh no.
the fire pit.
That was job I had first time I worked with group. I was the one who had to get it because others were not all that tough. But because of scales, I am naturally strong, gifted and powerful, so was not any real problem. You too will learn this, maybe, when you get better armor, because you are not protective. You are squishy thing. It is fine, but you will have to live your life in fear. So, what do you do now? Also, what lessons were not learned?
Don't fuck with ghosts.
No. You fuck with ghosts, but in specific ways. Don't actually try to fuck ghosts. I have a friend who did that. He almost drowned.
Yeah.
Properly communicate with your team members?
That is continuing lesson. Again, group I work with do not always do this. I do not need to communicate for what I do I excel at. It's very simple though. Hornboy here would have been very useful. You can't really cut the ghost. You can screw it with magics though. That would have made things faster. But then, big fuck off gorillas here. Very deadly, very dangerous. You handled them well, because no one is dead. They're dead, but not fully dead. So, we'll say B minus. Room for improvement, but generally you did well. Better than average. I imagine most sailors would have just been ripped apart by one of these, but you fought too. Olber? Olber just sits there for a moment. Olber is not impressed. Olber thinks you could have done much better. He just sits there on his fat ass. Just looking at all of you with the same unbroken scowl he's had the whole time. Although, he is saying Crab did very well. But now what happens? We have found mystery ship, we have found intrigue, unusual things. This is usually what we get paid for, but in this case it was personal curiosity. So, I want to know something about this ship. I want to know if there's anything good on it.
Can we look at the cannons for inscriptions or something?
We're gonna say there's no cannons here just because there aren't any in D&D.
Well, that would be a perception, wouldn't it?
But people keep on putting fucking cannons in their ship maps when there's no cannons.
True.
Like the
And
first-
Because everyone wants to be a pirate.
I know.
Look at that.
She's a ballista.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
What's going on?
Alara, do you want to speak up for the rest of the class?
Look at that owlbear art that Pio posted. It's so fluffy.
Yes, it is.
Did you click the spoiler one?
No. Oh!
Back to the session at hand.
Ah.
Oh! It's so cute! Look at its little tail. Oh!
This is basically cheating on Olber, you know. You used to always consider him the cutest.
Well, I mean, I can always change what I post.
Anyway, back to session.
Yeah, I would like to perception to look around for, well, just a hint of what's going on.
This is a door.
Well, what's the sort of thing? You're just looking for a genuine looking over the place?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not so much looking at anything in particular,
Just
but
an overall
looking
look.
for something to find to look in particular.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow that for one for perception. Is anyone assisting?
Well, I mean, would you prefer investigation?
Not at the moment. This is just a cursory glance over.
Yeah.
This is looking for the obvious.
Seeing as I'm also like pretty okay as far as like how beaten up everyone is, I'll assist with that as well. So, give you advantage with it.
Thank you.
Can I see anything underneath, like this plank that I'm laying on? Is there anything underneath?
In the
I've-
water.
By the way, Moggy, you've
Is
got
it-
12
Is
HP.
it just water?
As you look down, yeah, it's a lot of water. I mean, you see the bilge level as well, but there's nothing hiding out in there.
Okay.
But yeah, by the way, Ginny, you've got 12 extra health.
Okay.
And let's see. And 10 health for Mushy.
Okay.
And that's it.
I need health, bitch. I don't even have rages anymore.
So let's see, if you're 19 perception. One thing you're working out very quickly is this was just a boat of the dead. This was not a living boat taken over. Because you're looking and there's no sleeping hammocks, there's no crew quarters kind of thing, there's no supplies bulked up anywhere. This was just for the dead.
That lantern is shattered, right?
What was shattered?
The
lantern.
lantern.
Yeah. Well, wasn't shattered, unfolded, I think it said.
Is there anything on the lantern, like instructions?
As you look at it, it's a little sort of, now that the light's gone, it's kind of like the inside of a snow globe. Like you can see a little bit of trees, a nice little snow-covered field. It looks a lot smaller for those who are in it. Like it doesn't look like the massive plane you were in. It looks like you could have taken this by like 2 or 3 strides. That is weird
But
object.
there's nothing like inscribed on it, like a language or anything.
Give me an investigation roll for that.
Sure.
Alrighty, what languages do the group know? So first with Ginny.
Hang on.
It's obviously not common.
I speak Elvish and Sahuagin.
It's neither of those. Azur.
Only common and infernal.
Well, you know what it says.
Hey.
And it just says in infernal runes on the bottom of it. Very small, very indistinct, like right on the base. A holding place for keys.
A holding place for keys?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds promising.
Can we open it at all?
No, it's a flat panel there.
Maybe punch it?
Yes. Won't do anything. You can hurt your hand on it, and I'll take even more health off you.
I'll use them all, don't worry.
It's a
But yeah,
holding place.
You don't
keys
find
for
a
this.
seam or anything on it, and you find that you can just close the glass up again, and it just fits together seamlessly.
Weird.
Hmm.
Weirdly, the handle part with the ring and all you hold, that is unsupported, but it stays at the same distance. It's just magically locked there in place with it.
So it's a like it's got a lantern with this thing that you can hold on to open the door, and that's magically locked there.
No, I wasn't saying it. Like the ring that the ghost was holding it from, that top part was completely unattached by any like inner frame or something like that there. Picture like a lava lamp. Once you fold the glass in together, that's what it looks like with the with the top part just attached there. It's floating there magically. So that the glass can splay out and is still there the same distance.
So it says a home for keys.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ring by the lantern.
Well, it's a ring handle. That's how the ghost was holding it. Like a big O-ring.
Well, I attempt to pick up the lantern then.
Well, Ginny's got it in his hand, and
Oh.
as they're inspecting it, we're all sort of passing it around.
Well, I point to the ring part.
Yeah.
Isn't a key ring where keys go? Isn't that a key home?
And Ginny, you're also finding that you can twist the top part of the handle, and it actually has a bit of a give, but you don't go all the way, of course. You're just experimenting. You find it does have like a screw top to it.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Well, you got 19 investigation.
The lid's kind of loose. Should we?
Do you want to maybe back up a few?
I mean, how are we gonna open it though?
He has this covered. Let them go ahead. It is always easiest to learn by doing, so you do it. Go on.
All right. I will.
Go right ahead.
I'm glad that Simon understood what I meant.
Even one of his skeletons came with us. As you give it a twist, the lantern starts to light up. You just see
Like
a sun
firelight.
Yeah, like an orb of light. It doesn't seem like fire. It just seems like an orb of like yellowish reddish light. Like it seems like fire colors, but you don't see any roiling or movement to it. It's just an orb of light that starts to beam out of it.
Does it do anything other than light up?
It's casting light.
Cool trick.
I'm a cat. I'm gonna stare at the light.
Just bat it lightly with the other hand. You hold it up.
Sure.
All right, give me a charisma save.
Oh no.
So it begins.
Ginny is not there. The lantern is on the ground.
Damn it.
Ginny, you are now in a plain of ash, of trees, of grass, of snow, and things start to scrabble out of the ground around you. Skeletons. You can also see all around you a really, really big ship.
You're like, oh, so that's where it went.
Probably should have briefed you on that.
How, how casual. You're so calm about what's happening to you right now.
There's just this gigantic owlbear face scowling at you across the horizon.
I wave.
You see the paw come up, and it waves too.
Aww.
And then it just comes
Cute.
down. Give me a dex save.
Good thing you got the 12 health, huh?
Yeah. Plus, he doesn't have as far to go. Alright, you take 5 damage as you're just knocked out and smack into a crate. The lantern spinning around for a moment from the impact. One of the panels coming loose. One of the glass panels.
Bet you we get that appraised back at town. And not have any more people explode like that.
It's like little mobile prison.
It's full of skeletons, though. They're gonna fucking die in there.
Well, prison is not a nice place.
You eat skeletons?
I have a person you could ask about the conditions of prison. He calls himself Great Sandbalay.
And Malay.
He calls himself that all the time.
Specifically himself.
Almost every sentence.
He's just gonna look at Simon. Is this what we came here for?
No, we came here to look at ship to see what's going on. So it's part of it, but I had no idea this sort of thing was here. We are looking, we're exploring, we are finding the unknown. I can't schedule the unknown. This seemed like good rumor, followed it up, and hey, look what we have. Mystery ship from places unknown. Strange lantern, ghost, big fuck-off gorillas with too many arms.
So was that a ghost some kind of warden? I wonder.
Oh, what about the chains up on the wheel?
No one looked at
I think
those.
that was the Krillin. Yeah, I got distracted.
Yeah, I
before
got
even
interrupted.
investigated.
So, whoever rushes up there, what you see is scorch marks. You see the chains hanging there, and all along, like, they're all shackles at the end of them. and each shackle is scorched black. The metal itself sort of curling and pretty melted. And you see 2 fucking footmarks that have been burned into the deck.
How many shackles are there? Is it just like one set?
5.
Like 2? 5.
4 look like they'd fit the wrist. The last one looks like it's a bit bigger for a neck.
So, like the gorillas.
No, human-sized.
No.
Like it would fit Ginny. Wouldn't fit Mushy. Everything around him is too dense. The lad is coming down with a thickness.
And you said scorch marks?
Scorch marks.
This is a bad analogy, but like as if they were nuked from one direction, which way are the scorch marks going?
They're not going in a direction.
Yeah.
Like you've got just the feet planted here, and then you've got the scorches. You've also got burnt handles on the wheel. And yeah, the shackles too. They're all burned deeply on the shackle part, and on a few of the links.
The burns on the wheel, are they like on the pegs, like the steering
Yeah.
pieces or whatever? So it looks like whoever was there was the one piloting
Mhm.
the ship too. Maybe it's the ghost.
I mean, the ghost didn't have any flamey kind of motif to it.
Do the scorch marks look recent or aged?
They don't look anywhere near as old as the boat.
So kind of like the damage that we observed earlier, where it's not as old as the boat, but it's been there for
It's been
a
there for
considerable amount of time.
yeah, it's been there for a little bit. Like with the way you rolled, you don't really have a window of how long the damage happened, but yeah. This is definitely well burned into the grain and all. And you also notice as you're walking up and down the deck now, you can see the scuff marks of just unshod, uncovered bony feet that have scratched into the deck repeatedly.
This is the top deck or the deck,
Both.
the lower deck?
Both just have evidence of the monotonous marching of the dead. This is feeling like the Flaming Gem pit again. Don't you laugh, Alar. You've been the most quiet here. Don't think I don't notice this whenever you just sit back and let everyone else take charge.
Mushi is not smart. Mushi only knows to hit things and to stand in people's way so
Well,
they don't hit the
There is nothing wrong with being that, but you can also bring up questions. You've got
Yeah.
you've got a
Mushi
point
has
of view.
no
so
questions.
You might.
Mushi just wants to survive until tomorrow.
Mushi has no questions. Mushi understands all.
Is there any writing on the boxes?
There is. Little
Oh.
bits and pieces of writing, although it's not in a language I think any of you guys know.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Speak common.
I know Dragon and Fae.
Again, I'll give a history roll to the two tabaxi.
Right. Yay.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rainy. You don't know what it says per se, but you've seen symbols like that before from relatives, from tribes members, from various bits of odd little bits of gear, and you tend to remember like Port Nanzar. You're thinking Schultz, like the distant jungle land, which makes sense with 4-armed gorillas now that you think about it. It's got to be some weird place like that.
No, it's just I was wondering if they were transporting undead or if they became undead.
Well, as said, you have noticed that there's no, crewman's quarters or anything. There's no postings or stuff like that there. It just looks like it's a hold.
Hmm.
Skeletons in boxes.
Yeah,
there was never a living crew on this boat. You're fairly certain.
Hmm. And yet they had to chain down the gorillas.
Well, you do know this cursory that if the undead sense the living, they will seek out to murder them.
Hmm.
So it makes sense if you're moving around that, hey, if you have a guest on the ship, maybe keep those things chained down.
True.
Plus, they just get in the way. Like, skeletons you can order and command. This is generally known, that skeletons are usually what have commands and structure and proper orders that they follow rigidly. But zombies just kill the living.
Hmm.
It's not always the case, but it's the normal sort of well-known sort of story thing. It's like also knowing that trolls hate fire. Even basic level adventurers know skeletons usually have orders that they're following. Zombies just kill.
Hmm. Let's see. A home for keys, and we got the ring.
Well, as I'm saying, it's not a ring you put on or anything. It's just a big O-ring that you hold
Yeah.
the lantern with. It's just a handle.
Well, yeah, but it's, a key ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's the home for keys.
Possibly.
The other one would be a pocket, and I don't think there's a giant pocket somewhere.
Unless it's referring to a pocket dimension. That seems like a stretch.
Possibly, but then that just relates to the lantern again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there could be a hook on the wall where you hang a key. But I don't know why you would ever do that. Seems like the dumbest idea ever.
Is there a hook on the wall that we could hang this thing from?
Yes. It is on place you'd never looked, the door.
Ah.
There is a hook on the door. The door itself is quite odd looking because all the rest is aged, decorated wood. But the door looks to be metal. But not rusted in any way, despite being open to salt air. It has a recess in it. Not shaped like the lantern, like it's too big for that, but it does have a hook that would fit the O.
Alright, and I tell everyone, be ready. And I place the lantern with the ring onto the hook.
I stand behind this Jazargo looking motherfucker.
It sits there, it hangs, you see the hook move a little bit. But it just seems to stop in place.
Hmm.
Maybe something happened on deck.
Is the light currently on?
Nope.
No, and I'm not going to turn it on.
Well, this would be the time to do it.
You're
have more
volunteering?
I have 3 health. I'm not doing shit.
Actually, we could probably use someone who is stronger to pull down on it.
I don't want to do that either.
Turn to Mushi.
I
Mushi
turn to look-
nervously slides in the back, looking from side to side.
Fuzzface Filthmonger, up front and center.
Health small. Ouch.
Mhm.
Okay. What do you need me to do?
Oh, no. I am not telling you to do this. This is a group decision, as he looks to Rainey and Azor and Jinny Yao. This is something you must decide as group, as team, as crew.
What do you guys want me to do?
Well,
Or come here.
hold on. Before we do anything, we had mentioned before this whole ship that if we need to stop and take a rest, that we should do it. So we should probably do that now before.
on the undead zombie ship.
Well, they're all already dead.
I
Then.
mean, I don't know.
I mean, the
Look at
place
you,
is a
Bart.
little bit warmer, but not by much.
I have mud. I'm good. It's
We could-
insulating.
We could go back up onto the
No, it won't
cliff
be
side.
Yeah.
It's a quick walk.
Yeah, we could do that. Because I am hurting. Oh, I'm gonna feel this in the morning.
What if the ship floats away while we're gone?
I,
It's
the,
not
okay.
moving.
the ship somehow got put back together really quickly somehow.
Yeah. I mean, Diane's there, and who knows what he's gonna do.
Fuck, it is too hot. Back again, I've got to refill the drink.
Good luck.
We're gonna go back on the cliff, right? We're gonna take a nice
I
That's
mean,
why.
yeah, we can head up there.
A quick short rest in case we open this door and then it's a fucking
Another
A gateway to hell.
yeah, something on the other side of this is gonna try to kill us.
Let's go to hell and kill Satan.
I
I'm just
can't
gonna
go to
move my
hell and
token
kill
up to
Satan.
the cliff.
Satan's my dad.
Let's go to Air Dimension and kill Chicago's genie dad.
Okay, sounds good. I'm sure we'll be able to handle that.
I'm sure it will be an. I'm sure, yeah, it'll be no problem taking on an air elemental
It'll be
or a
fun.
fucking air Jin, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back as well.
We're losing.
I'm gonna open this door and it's gonna be the thunder. Fuck, never mind. Can't even speak.
Did I tell you guys about my weird neighbor
No.
Tell us about your weird neighbor.
with the house with like
Hang on.
20
I'm going to point out I am
windows, but
streaming
no
this.
curtain?
Just going to bring that up in case of any legal issues. Feel free to change the name to protect someone's identity.
I don't even know her name.
Good. Continue.
Yeah, she has no curtains, so like
Oh,
you can see
Hang on,
everything
hang
in
on.
her
Also,
house.
you don't want to implicate yourself.
Yeah.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like I had someone come over yesterday and they're like, "Yeah, your neighbor was watching like me walk past her house." I'm like, "Okay."
Great story, bro.
No,
That
but
is a
she
weird
she watches
She just
people's backyards.
Ooh.
I'm like,
okay, that's weird.
At first, I thought it was going one way, and it just went somewhere
No,
completely
she
different.
like nobody wants to look in her house.
Yeah, that's the only place to be looking all the time, dude. What the fuck's going on in there? She must be insane.
Like
Wow.
one room is just all thread and sewing stuff.
Wow.
But I don't see any mannequins or anything like, that she was working on stuff. It's just a room full of stuff.
A yarn collector.
She might be making a very large teddy bear. Anyway, back to the session. So you guys are deciding to have a short rest.
Yeah, back
Up on the cliff where we're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You set yourselves up. It's just an hour, yeah. That
As we
is
do.
fucking terrible.
There we go.
That's better.
Alright.
As we do, my armor melts.
Let's see, where's the...
Should I roll one more?
No. That's
What
not
makes
the
you
roll.
think you've got all those?
Yeah, I don't. I only get the first two. 6 back for the crab.
You had a long rest. That means you get half of your hit dice back.
Ooh, we're resting.
Yes.
Short rest. But as a fighter, remember you can abuse second wind.
Let's
The second
see.
one comes back on a short rest.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything for a
Yes.
fighter comes back in a short. It's great. All your dice, your action surge.
I
This
don't
is-
think we got anything
That's
back.
why every fighter and warlock should be best buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I don't
much
get
help
anything
for the
back.
crab, but yeah. Oh wait, I had the +4 twice. It's 9 and 5,
Weird.
so 14. There we go. Crab's much healthier now.
I am much healthier now, thank goodness.
All right, back down to the mystery of the ship. While you're doing this, of course, Simon just slowly from the bag of holding pulls out another big, fashionable, huge ribbon-tied lunchbox. Everything in it is heart-shaped. Just so many little weird, incredibly colorful cupcakes. And then just 2 rows of completely untreated eggs. Just raw egg.
He's a wizard.
So, the door. What did you guys want me to do here?
Pull down.
Oh, okay. I will pull down.
You grab it, you haul, you flex your muscles, and you can feel that nothing's moving.
Nothing's happening, guys.
You
Even
try
if I'm...
turning it on again.
Oh, well, okay. If I get back in this lantern, you have to get me out.
Which way is the shutter on the lantern?
It doesn't have a shutter, actually. You've just noticed that it needs to be sort of jostled or damaged in order to let the person out. But, you can see now that you can open up the glass panels, and that seems to do it just, violently. So it's easy enough to get them out, but comfortably is the tricky part.
So it's lit when somebody's inside.
No, it can light by itself.
Oh.
I'm just trying to make sure that if we do light it and turn it on, that it's facing the door.
It's a
And
360
none of us.
thing. It's just like I said, it's just like a lava lamp.
Yeah.
Just direct your mind towards the door. I don't know how the ghost used it.
Well, I mean, the light was fine until I forgot your name, but Jin Yao started actually poking at it.
Mm.
Yeah. When you think that he pawed it, it swung back and then swung forward towards him.
So maybe if we just light it, but then don't jostle it around.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Can give it a try.
A little turn, and keeping sure all the glass panels are in place, it lights up. And the hook does not descend any further, nor can Mushy pull it any further.
Maybe push it up? Wait, that wouldn't work.
Dig up, stupid.
Maybe we need to hang a coat on it as well?
Yes, that is exactly what you must... Oh, these are fucking great. One day you will find women who make... Well, not you, but someday you will all find men and women who make meals like this. This is full of love and sugar. Olber, stop eating all that. You're going to get even fatter. She's treating you like pampered pet. You're not that. Eat more snake.
Have we tried knocking on the door while the lantern's hanging?
No.
No.
Cool. What if
I
someone's
will
open?
knock on the door.
It sounds solid as hell.
Is that
Also-
handle like a door handle?
Well, actually, when you knock it, some dust does come free. You notice very faint, small inscription.
Hmm.
In a language that none of us speak.
In a language one of you speaks. Azur.
Hey, I'm
It-
useful.
It's an abyssal, sort of.
Ah, well,
It's way fancier than any demon would actually write.
I
Mm.
don't speak abyssal.
Was it not
Only
beast?
infernal.
No, he speaks infernal.
You said you're well, same thing anyway. Like you said it was, you said it was abyssal before with the lantern.
I thought it said infernal.
Oh well. Anyway, it's that
Okay.
language, just so don't get you guys stonewalled here.
Yeah.
It's one of those languages. But yeah, it is very fancily written. Like, the way it's written is fancy. It just says, though, life opens all.
We should
Oh.
leave down the door.
No.
Is that the solution?
I think it's implying that someone needs to be inside it. That might be what the ghost was trying to do.
Oh,
was
yeah,
to
he was.
catch one of us inside and then use it to open the door.
It was moving down this direction before we hit the lantern, wasn't it?
Hmm. That is true.
Well,
I don't like this thought process, but this is where we're at.
I'll
this
volunteer.
point.
Yeah, now we have to question, do we really want to go in?
I have
Yeah.
nothing to lose. Please put me in there.
As you check through the door a bit closer now, you sweep a little more of the dust away, and it says underneath where the lantern will be hanging, the offering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe we can trap like a mouse or something. Maybe that'll work. Oh, we haven't tried it on anything else, have we?
I mean, I could try to catch a fish.
It's less the question of what to use to get in, and more the question of, do we want to open it?
Loot.
I don't know. That's a
I don't
hard
know.
question.
The offering sounds like
Offering sounds pretty permanent.
So we kill a mouse.
it's life. The mouse has to be alive in the lantern.
Or we won't kill it. It'll die by result of our actions.
So us killing it.
But not directly. We'll just put it in the lantern and then stick it on the door. If it works on mice.
So you definitely want to open the door then.
Yes, that's my vote.
Is that everyone's vote?
I just kind of want to leave it alone.
What if someone else comes by and it's like a super demon that's going to take over the world? We should probably kill it.
What makes you think that we are capable of killing a super
Yeah,
demon at
if
our,
it is
at our
like-
level?
Come on, look at Simon, guys. Look at Simon. Come on.
He is correct in this assumption.
I don't know if we should let you do all the work, though.
I am used to it. You do not know people I hang around with. Most pull weight very well. Others not so much.
Who is it? Name names. I want to know.
It's definitely Cyril.
To be fair, he hasn't been around for a while. So to Simon, he's doing nothing. We have this fish man. He has not been useful lately. He has been too busy trying to stick his fish sauce in woman in pub.
Is what?
Sauce.
Fish sauce?
Ew.
While story time is going on, I'm going to try and catch a fish then. So put that in the lantern.
There is also other idea.
Which is?
I was wondering if someone would notice. This boat is broken,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
meaning it can be broken.
Yes.
As he
Meaning we
points
can
at the
go
wooden
through the
wall
wall.
beside the metal door.
Huh.
Well, it's like a safe, like a lockbox. It's in the wall and it's metal. The whole thing.
You don't
In
know
that
that.
case,
You can smash the wall and
Mushi,
find out.
Find out.
You want to just take that sword and start a
Oh, I have a
swing?
giant fucking hammer. We could use that.
I have an axe.
Oh, you have an
So-
axe? Okay.
Yeah, Mushy uses a great axe.
Okay, that's way better.
Well, there you go. Oh, just
Okay.
go.
Well, if I die, you doing this, it's your fault. And he's gonna point to point to Vernon. And then he attacks the one next to it.
Well, you know what? Give me an athletics roll. See how far you go in one hit. Because you're going to get through eventually. Yeah, at first you're just scratching surface, but you're making purchase into it. Just constantly funking in. Maybe pass the axe to Vernon to let him help out as well to avoid exhausting yourself. But then, one strike after quite a bit of work has been made, because it's a thick wall, but it doesn't have any metal in it, you're noticing. You hit it, and there's dirt tumbling out from the axe hole.
Oh no, is it a grave?
Oh,
A grave on a boat?
I mean, if I was a vampire, that's what I would do. That's literally the plot of Nosferatu.
what's Nosferatu?
It's an old vampire movie.
It was part of also Bram Stoker's Dracula.
This
It was
isn't
the very
character,
first film
other
of-
than, like,
It was the very first film of Dracula. or depicting a vampire in general.
Yeah.
He was a really
But
creepy
not
one,
the
and then he
first
became known
written
as
work.
Orlok in most media. I don't know if that was his actual name in the film. I don't think because it was a silent film, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually watched it for a film class. It was a silent film called Nosferatu.
Yeah, I have it on DVD somewhere. I haven't watched through it
Wasn't
in
that
ages.
in like SpongeBob?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
referencing a lot of things. There was even a little hand-drawn kid show over here about the Nosferatu vampire. It was a cartoon for kids, but it kept on ending with him getting fucking incinerated by sunlight. And then him waking up in a nightmare.
Well, I mean, there was also Count Duckula, if you want to go there. Cartoon
Yeah, but Count
vampires.
Duckula was, all out and out silly. This was the creepy fucker from Nosferatu drawn in a cute way, just doing things in life and then getting burned alive by the sun. In a constant cycle. Duckula was amazing.
Well, do we wish to keep going on?
Do you want me to keep going?
Should we leave it here at this point? Now that we already opened the door a little bit. I feel like I don't know. What if it noticed us already? If there's anything in there.
Well, I think it would have tried to come out or communicate if it did.
Well, I
So
might as well keep going. It's just dirt at this point, right?
Just finish breaking down the wall and prepare for anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready an attack.
Time passes. Mushy having to hack it apart single-handedly.
Hey, you can ask. I mean, I can unready an attack.
Simon still working steadily for the massive lunchbox his woman gave him. Of several. It's a good thing he's got a bag of holding. Doesn't share anything, doesn't offer anything. The hole is widened out, and you see, yes, you did strike a box behind it, which is still dribbling dirt and soil. It's getting to the point now where you can start wedging it open properly now. You've managed to cleave your way through, and you see a stack of large boxes. They don't look like crates. Only one's
How
been
big?
punctured by your axe.
How big do they look?
Well, you're only seeing it through a crack in the wall. Like, you've really got to start to tear and rip it apart. But you can see that there's probably two stacked on top of each other.
Huh.
How big do they look?
Again, like I said, you're only seeing through a small crack.
There's a bunch of dirt still, right?
Just a little trickle.
Okay. Well, we should set this whole thing on fire and leave. Or open the boxes and see what's inside.
Does it
Uh,
smell like death?
It's hard to tell because you're standing next to Vernon, who just smells of dirt.
Mud, mud, mud.
That's so hard to
mud.
tell on this ship that was used to be transporting undead. There were quite a few undead in here.
Yeah. Don't forget, there's a lot of corpses around here right now.
I don't know. If we can keep going, I guess.
Yep, keep going.
Give me an athletics.
okay.
Mushy.
I can also try if
Yeah,
you
with
want.
advantage.
You both can do it.
Yeah, roll again.
There you go.
The two of you start working and widening it out, because now you're able to get, purchase, get the pry bar in, leverage a bit. Really fucking up that wall. Good thing it's not a supporting wall. At least it's not this part. And once you manage to wedge it through, you can see a little bit of sunlight bleeding through. But you do see your two boxes, which are pretty big, and the captain's quarters.
Ah.
You do find that there's enough room to clamber over the boxes to get in.
Oh, great idea.
And the sunlight is coming from this direction. Basically. Well, more sort of here. Can you see the
Can we
arrow?
open up another? Yeah, green one.
Yeah.
Should we open up another hole in like the wall next to us to let more light in so we can see better?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't really improve your vision.
You know what we could do? So you could, if you wanted light, if that was the issue, you could just go up onto the floor above us and break in through the ceiling.
True.
Mm-hmm.
We could even do that from into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go right above where we are now and start making a hole so I can. Yeah,
All
I
right.
have a hammer. I'm good for this.
Yeah, you managed to break a bit of it. I mean, it's hard going. It is a deck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you eventually vandalize enough to get a bit of a hole in, and the sunlight is slowly starting to filter away. Just took a while. You're nearing sort of dinner time.
All right. Well, should we just go inside?
Guess so.
You have to clamber over what you assume are coffins.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going first?
Not it.
Not it.
Mushi will go first.
The barbarian saying not it, which is concerning.
Yeah, I'm the worst barbarian.
So you clamber on in, you
Poor
find...
crab will go and assist.
Yeah. So as you clamber on in, you see that this wall is gone.
Huh.
Just a big fucking hole.
Well, alright.
Disturbing.
But you also see that the boxes you climbed... Yeah, those are coffins. There's 2 of them here. And then as you put your feet down in the captain's room, there is an assortment of objects, but more importantly, right here is another coffin that is heavily chained up.
Oh.
Oh.
It's like almost every bit of its surface on the top is covered by a chain looping over and under it.
Mm.
There is also what looks like a thick wax that has been applied to the seam.
We should for sure open that up.
This is where I think we need to tap out.
Yeah, I think we need to hire or get some other people,
Yeah, maybe call the town guard and they can. Well, maybe not them.
or maybe some priests.
Yeah,
Or
priests. Those are the
wizard.
people.
But you also notice, Mushi, as you turn around, that the 2 coffins you clambered over, the sides facing into the room, have been smashed open, and the boxes are hollow with just a little layer of soil in each of them.
Uh.
They left their friend, who was obviously their friend.
Uh-oh.
Does the wall that's gone, does it look like it was
Is a person
blown
shaped?
out
Is
from
it?
inside?
Is it just a bat? Is it just the Batman symbol? It looks like it came
This
from.
wall.
It looks like the wood is bulging outwards towards the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I love these little
Vampire.
I love these little dried fish. He always gets me.
Do I know my vampire lore? In character.
In character. You know what?
Yeah.
Roll me a religion. I'll say religion this one.
Oh, okay.
You have a fair assumption. You know that they like to be in coffins. They need to have the dirt they were buried in. They either need to sleep in that or to bring it with them. This is not enough dirt in either of these coffins for that.
Okay,
Also-
and it wasn't enough? Oh.
You do know that there's not enough in the boxes as they are. Like, they need to be basically halfway submerged in the kind of thing. It needs to be pretty full. That's why you don't see people just carry around the coffins. You know they don't like sunlight. And you know that, well, sometimes they can get through places easier than they should. So the wax in the chains is making sense to stop a vampire getting out of its coffin.
Mm.
Well, looks like it's worked so far, at least.
And that coffin with the chains, it looks like it hasn't really been disturbed.
Nope.
Like the other, I'm gonna assume
Yeah, there's not a
vampires
crack in
tried
it.
to
It's
claw
just,
at it or anything.
it is just completely fucking covered in iron chains.
Okay.
Oh, we could open.
Also as a dwarf, actually.
oh,
No, we're not gonna open this.
No.
Also- Also, Mushi, you'd know as a dwarf that the locks are made of silver.
Oh. Um. That's significant.
Yeah, well, you know that silver is a pure metal, and corrupted
They
creatures
can't.
like vampires or werewolves, it hurts them.
It hurts them.
Okay. Okay. This is some bad news.
Yeah, they really
Uh.
wanted this guy in here.
You do see, however, a sheathed longsword sitting on the table. You see 3 large, incredibly jewel-encrusted goblets.
Oh no.
You see 2 bottles. One has rolled a bit. The other is still standing upright, although they look pretty dusty and unmarked.
Hey Vernon, want to touch some stuff?
Hell yeah! Is there loot?
And,
Yeah. Why don't you go touch everything that's in there?
And sitting on the neck of one of the bottles is a ring.
I'm not
It's a
touching
skull
any of
with
that.
fangs.
Luckily, I have small hands. I'm sure this will fit.
Hey Simon, I think we have some vampire stuff here.
You are doing very well here. Go on. I am just keeping close. He's just ignoring you. He's eating.
Vampires?
I do not know about people who like both genders.
That's not. What?
No, vampires, the bloodsuckers.
Whatever gets you off, man. Alright, fine, I will. Let me see what this is terrible. Alright, there we go. This is terrible hole you made. I am looking at coffin needs buried. Boxes of dirt. So what is the problem?
I think we have a vampire situation here.
Oh, this guy's still locked up.
You mean vampire?
Sure.
I have friends who... Well, I will deal with this. I will not do it yet. Sun is going down. Let us see here. There is loot here as well. Have you checked anything?
Not yet. I didn't want to touch anything just in case it was,
I can do it.
bad.
This is normally where you get that big stick. Let us have a look here. He just starts rifling through the desk. You can hear a lot of coinage sloughing around. Remember, if I find things and you do not, that goes into my pocket, not yours.
Vernon just reaches for one of the goblets.
Feels weighty.
Ooh.
What's in the bottles?
It
Are
looks
they
like,
empty?
well, fluid. One's translucent
Is it-
at least whenever you hold it up to the sunlight. The other seems a bit thicker.
The thicker one, is it dark?
They're both very dark glass bottles, so it's hard to tell. But sunlight comes through the other one a lot easier.
Does it look like the goblets were used to drink these said liquids?
They're sitting clean, probably, but there's no evidence of any drips or anything in them.
Time for chug.
Why don't you sip it before you chug? A little taste to make sure you're not gonna die.
Or don't taste it right away. At least pour it out.
Drink
Find
it
out what
straight
it
from
is
the
before
bottle.
you drink
Chug,
it.
chug, chug. Who's got a
You
rubber
said there were,
tube?
you said there were 3 goblets, right?
Yep. Who's got a rubber tube,
Ash.
and can he do a handstand?
Azure will pick up one of the other 2 goblets that isn't already being carried in Nazca. So, what how do you check these? Like, is this magic or worth anything?
Well, I am not a
Alcohol.
wizard. I do many things. Mostly I am exceedingly good at killing. I am not good with magic, so usually I bundle all these up and take them to a local store. You know the man, short round. He is very nice. We give it to him, he inspects. Usually he gets freaked out or he is happy. and then we continue purchasing. So we get him to
So-
check those out.
Okay.
But also, usually blue scale, I think. I can't remember actually. Which one had the tech magic? Was it Vezera?
Mhm.
Probably.
I could have sworn one of you two had it. It was either
I
Vezera and
do
the
not
Mona.
have it.
Yeah.
I always take detect magic if I
Yeah.
can.
Blue scale, she has spell that tells her when things are magical because they glow. Doesn't tell what they do or anything, but just lets us know that we should maybe not touch this directly, like you are doing right now with this.
There's a brief moment then. Like, he gets it and puts it down real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I already
This
touched
is
it.
what.
Do it
This
now.
is why it's always good to carry sticks of various size. But you look fine right now. So, next thing you do is basically act like thief and loot everywhere. Every container opened, every drawer pulled out, see what is going on.
Ah, sweet. I just remembered. I can cast detect magic without using a spell slot.
Oh,
You ha-
yeah. Hell yeah.
Your ranger has ritual casting?
Primal awareness is fucking amazing.
Oh, that's right, because you're using the UA, or the class features one.
Yes.
Okay. You can cast Detect Magic.
Hell yeah.
And
The
I do
goblet in Vernon's hand starts to glow.
Ah!
The sword
Yeah.
is glowing. The ring on the bottle is glowing.
Well, the ring was obvious.
All those are magically enchanted.
And there's a pair of boots underneath the table that start to glow as well.
Are they nice boots?
They are very fancy heels, in fact. Like, you look... like, they are boots, but they have fucking stiletto heels on them.
Hmm.
After
Mushi
hearing-
grabs it.
After hearing that the other two goblets aren't magic, Azure will again pick them up and just kind of hold them both, and then he'll also kind of hover his hand over the ring and stop himself, like, after hearing what Simon said, like, it won't touch it.
Not everything is cursed and evil, but we are dealing with vampires here.
Well, I would know what school they're enchanted with, wouldn't I?
Sometimes. Depends on the object. Usually homebrew objects, we don't do that. And because some of these are just sort of recent homebrew, yeah.
Oh, there are 3 magic here.
Let's see. I'll be able to give you one at least. So let me double check here, because I don't memorize all the spells and stuff for this sort of thing. So we're not improv, but it's just, whenever I make a magic item, I don't tend to put down a school of magic for it.
Well, that's understandable.
Let's see. This one, though, I can look at. I just need to find the right page. Okay, so the goblet is enchantment.
Enchantment.
Mushi looks at the boots and thinks about all the times he couldn't reach the top shelf.
Vernon does the same thing. Wait a minute, I'm only 5'6".
You're tiny.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Simon did say he's met dwarves taller than him. Oh, actually, the ring is also enchantment.
Oh.
Is enchantment typically good, or
That's one of the more neutral.
Magic always cuts either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Even
Like
I
a
know that
wand of
necromancy is thing that people hate, but is also where all health spells come from.
And if you have a ring that shoots fireball, that's going to glow with the same as something that bursts with a fireball when you touch it.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of the two goblets down, take out my dagger, and like you said, it's on the neck of the bottle, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you want
I'm
to
just-
scrape it up along?
Yeah, scrape it up along and just get it into the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hold it like have it just sit in the bottom of the goblet.
As you bring it up and you're able to see it closer now in the goblet, You can see that it does have a little gem in it, but it's a hollow gem. You can see a little bit of red liquid just floating in it.
In the
In the gem, set into the ring.
ooh,
Oh. Wonder if it's a healing potion.
don't know. Just gonna not touch it. Then now that that's in there, I put the dagger back and just pick up the other goblet. So you've got the boots, pointing to Mushi.
Yep.
You've got the enchanted goblet. I've got these two in the ring. I'm not gonna touch that though, unless someone wants to be brave. I kind of hold it out.
There was also
Better not.
a long sword and drawers that haven't been opened yet.
All right, well, let's open some drawers.
Through the drawers, you find utterly decrepit. Like, you touch the papers and they just come apart in your hands.
Yeah.
Except for one bundle. As you roll it around, you see it's got a title on it. Happy Harvest. As you flip through, it's a romance story focused on two halfling women.
Is there any mention of potatoes?
Many. It's a halfling novel.
Perfect.
Many things on each woman's body are compared to various kinds of tuber.
Oh god.
You also find a scattering of very old and assorted coins. There are big flat disc vowels, which you don't know where region that comes from, but they're very distinct looking and they have vowel inscribed in them, with imagery of knights and a maiden on one side, and one of them, a very small bronze vowel, even has a kobold dressed in a maiden's dress. And there's also some coin of the coast. Very, very little of it, though. And it also seems to have gone through quite a lot. And then the rest of it, it's more sort of very rough-hewn kind of coinage. Like, the patterns are simple, very strange beasts on them, though. Things with 3 horns coming off their face. Long necks, many teeth. Altogether, you find about 74 gold.
Ooh.
Ooh.
14 silver.
Wow.
And 2 copper. And you also find, let's throw in one of my old ones that haven't gotten used yet. You also draw out a spinal cord with a handle on the top of it.
Ah.
It looks like the vertebrae have been sharpened. And there's thick cords that have been threaded through them.
I know what that is.
Creepy. Well, Janelle, you wanna touch a longsword?
Yeah, sure.
You're giving him the long one to handle?
I'm not touching.
As you grab hold of it, feels pretty light.
Like
Like, I mean,
unnaturally light for what it should be.
yeah, it feels kind of like the same sort of weight as your short sword.
Interesting.
And the boots, yeah, pretty nice looking, but they are killer stiletto heels. But they're still like full
Perfect.
foot covering boots, pretty heavy looking.
They make you tall.
So, now what?
Well, we have explored, we have explained. I will have to deal with all this, but class is not yet over, so... He leans over and just runs his snout along the wax seal and all. Yes, this is fine. I will get to this another day. For now, I am teaching you a lot. However, night is drawing close. So we will leave this place. I know where to come from, don't not worry. This will be settled. So we leave. We have adventured, we have looted. You have learned, I hope. As you're all leaving the ship. So what have we learned?
Stick together.
Mm-hmm. Correct answer. From the one who made the mistake.
Communicate well with your team.
Excellent one. That is always important one to remember. Every group I have been with and seen, of which is 1 and 2, You must always communicate. Unless you are sneaking, in which case you must not communicate with loud ways, or you give yourself away and it just all gets very stupid. Also, if going underwater, agree on how to communicate beforehand, because people cannot talk underwater. Other
And there's
lesson.
no-
No, go on.
There's
What?
no one way to do things.
Precisely,
Always keep an open
Fluffbutt.
mind. Or else we would have still been at that door instead of going through the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Remember,
Any
door is only as good as thing it is locked onto. I have met many people who have horror stories about doors they did not handle properly. And
Anyone else
also,
want to share what they learned?
if you learned another important lesson, I am proud of you for this one. You have learned not to go too far in what you are doing. It was smart you did not try to break out Vampire. He is probably loaded with loot, but also would have killed you all. As your teacher, I do not want that to happen all that quickly, because then no one learns. I need at least one survivor, probably either Fuzzbutt or Hornboy. The rest of you, you are skimming. You are definitely being carried by these two here. He just keeps on walking. But you are doing well. You are now a solid B. So, a little bit of a journey. It's a lot easier. You still have to go through the canyon and all, but now there's no fight to worry about. You get back into the marshes of Saltmarsh itself. It's a squelchy time underfoot, and camp to be set up. Because Simon just decides, we are stopping here tonight. No sunlight, no point at... Well... That is thing. Next one I have planned is actually quite close, but will be very dangerous. This is not going fully into unknown. This one is for planned response. More importantly, it's a question of, can you guys go for much longer?
Not much longer, probably.
Yeah. So...
I have tomorrow off, but I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're at 2 hours 47 minutes right now. The next thing will probably take hours. If you do it perfectly, maybe an hour 15, but it would still... What?
That's funny. That's funny you think we can do it perfectly.
Good.
Are you suggesting we're not a capable adventuring party?
Yes.
That's fair.
Flat out, yes.
But we're all happy to end the session here and do it next week.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So we'll end today as everyone just bunkers down for a minute. Any chatter? Any immediate conversation to have with the party?
I
Yeah.
think I heard.
Can I try to figure out what any of this shit does that we're currently lugging back?
Because we're so magically disabled right now, yes, I will allow for that there. You find out,
Magically disabled.
Yes,
basically.
we have one caster.
Yeah.
Hello?
It is a problem. Like, you either have one wizard with Identify, which screws up the whole attunement thing of just taking a break and learning, or you have no one who can do it, and you're thinking, oh fuck, we're reliant on the merchant,
Yep.
as a Saltmarsh party is. So yes, I'll give you a couple of items here. The longsword is a finesse weapon.
Nice. That's nice.
It's not light, but it is a finesse weapon.
Still.
That's a +1.
That's also +1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
The ring allows you to cast Bane.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
You have to note it down, though. The DC is 15.
Ooh,
Okay.
fairly good bane.
That's really
Just once a day, though.
still.
Still.
That's a pretty high level caster for that DC.
And you get one more item.
Okay, so we either get the boots or the goblet, right? Those were the only those
Or
were
the
last
ring.
two.
Oh no, we got
Or
the
the
ring.
ring.
Yeah, but ring you
Oh,
got.
yeah, we did ring.
Yeah, the goblet of the boots.
Well, I mean, do we want to put it up to a little vote?
Flip a coin. You're the one doing
I
it.
likely favor the boots.
I also favor the boots because I have them.
You know, I bet you the boots are cooler, but I do want to know what the goblet does.
Oh, wait, what about the like skeletal spine thing?
Yes, that
Yeah,
is
that
also
magic.
magical.
That'd be cool. I mean,
I'm now torn between the boots or the skeletal spine thing because I definitely don't want to test out the spine thing just randomly.
isn't that one of the Scorpius has told us about before?
I don't remember.
Nope.
Yes.
That's in Raxus. That is Castalia's whip she got from her patron, which has multiple ends if she
Ah.
sacrifices hit dice.
Right.
Does this look like a whip? Is that what means?
I mean, based on the description,
It's
it
a
looks totally like
spine
wood.
with strings through it, so yeah, it looks a bit more like a whip than it looks like an axe.
Okay.
Come on, identify it.
To be fair.
Find out what it does. Come on.
Or you've got the boots, or the goblet.
Okay.
Should goblet.
Okay.
New cool
Okay.
voice.
So Alara, you voted for boots.
Yeah.
Pio, boots or spine.
Preferably boots, as I see those likely being used.
Okay, so two
Same.
for. All right. Go with the boots.
Alright then. The boots have innate partial spider climb to them.
Huh.
It gives you a
Huh.
20-foot climbing speed.
Nice.
Is it because you're shoving the stilettos into the
That's what I was thinking too.
Probably.
It's kind of what it looks like. You have to walk very weirdly with them, though. You basically back up along a wall. But, if you jump on someone, they do 3d6 damage.
Oh.
Okay.
No modifier, though.
Still, jumping on people is the best way to attack people.
It has to be from, 10 foot in height, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know what the boots, the ring, and the sword does.
Yep.
Who wants what?
Can we also just attune to the other stuff?
Well, none of this stuff is attunement, actually. Well, the boots are attunement.
Yeah.
But what attunement is specifically in the book, like there's two kinds. There's attuning to an item, and then there's just attuning whenever you're doing a short rest of just you're studying it and you work out how it does something.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't use that a lot because Raxus has identify. And I like to keep a lot of mystery with my magic items. Because it's fun when you find out, oh, they have a hidden terrible purpose, like some of the items they've got right now, but they don't realize. The day Cornelius identified Zarzul's hood, the day he realized he's fucked.
So,
The
I guess
white scale is fine. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh no, it was Zarzul's hood when he realized there's a lot of things looking at him now.
Oh, the hood, yeah. Okay, yeah. Mhm.
so. I
The
guess
dagger's a different story.
Yeah.
Pio or Flo, would one of you want the sword? Because the other two are melee, and I'm not proficient, so
I wouldn't mind the
or
sword.
the other two are strength, rather.
I'm more favoring of a bow, so I'm fine with passing up the longsword.
Okay. What about the? My assumption is the boots are probably going to go to Mushi, but does anyone care for the boots?
I wouldn't mind them, but they definitely serve Mushi better.
Yeah. A climbing speed is very useful for someone who can't move that quickly.
Mhm.
Like both Rainy, Rose, and Jinniao, you can just use your feline agility to just charge up anywhere you want.
Mm-hmm. Plus, yeah, you guys don't Tabaxi have climbing speeds?
You
I
do.
don't think so. Oh,
I don't think.
I think you do, because the picture of a tabaxi in the book is of him climbing.
They do because in my what's it called out of the
Yeah, they
game,
get climbing speed bonuses.
yeah, a tabaxi climbs walls.
huh.
So there we go. That's going to be important
Yeah.
to know.
So it would be between myself, Mushi, and the barbarian, and I don't think me or Mudman really need it. So,
I would like the extra height, but that's about it.
so as for the ring, I'm.
Yeah, you know what? Vernon,
yeah.
roll me a d4.
I
What is this for?
I'm scared.
3.
It adds 3 inches to your height.
Fuck yeah!
5.
Just by attuning to it.
9?
It adds an additional 3 inches.
That's fucking
The
crazy.
boots?
Yes. They make you even taller.
Okay. Would I be the same
5'9".
height as Vernon if I wore the boots then?
I don't know, what height are you?
I don't know. Let me roll. What's
No,
the
Garen didn't get any taller when he got boots.
No, he got to move at 30 feet
I am
instead.
the fastest dwarf alive.
Yeah. So, yeah. And yeah, next time we'll do the rest of the seminar.
Yay.
But now I should
Yay.
probably end the stream. Everyone okay for next week then?
Yeah.
Excellent.